What is up, everybody? Welcome to the 2021 Duels, episode 18. I am Delthius. We are on the finals of the Summer Open, so really exciting there. Next event will be in fall. I think signups are going to start like late August or September type time frame. So I know it's been forever since I've streamed, right? that event yesterday was really fun, man. Big shout out to Heartseed and Premium Bow for putting that all together and all the players involved. It was really cool to have a 2v2 tournament. And it's going to be monthly, so make sure to sign up for those. It's a good excuse to just kind of hang out on a Saturday, play some Tooth and Tail, and have a good time. So, we have a lot to cover today. Perhaps not, depending on how well the players do here. We're going to start things off by taking a look at Klaru. And yeah, not a whole lot else to say. I did quite a bit of talking yesterday, so maybe we can just hop right into this. This should be pretty quick, pretty straightforward, because we are replay based here, so we're just going to be able to keep going and going in between the matches. So let's take a quick look at the different rounds we'll be going over today. Let's see. I know it's mostly finals and then extra stage if we get there, but yeah, we've got a little bit of stage 5 too. So let's talk a little bit about what we've got going on. So, stage 5. I'm actually not starting with stage 5 now that I'm thinking about it. I probably should have. Maybe I can change that. So on stage 5, the challenger chooses which one of the two possible decks will be used. If there is a second game, use the other one. So mandatory mirrors. Okay, yeah, I saw a little bit of this with the Falcon Owl and Balloon versus the Falcon Fox Mine with the Pigeon both times against this guy. So that's going to be stage 5. Maybe we should start with stage 5. I think that'll make the most sense. And then final stage against Tatanka. You got to beat this boss twice. Can't skip it. You got plentiful mills, plentiful campfires, and then you only have a deck size of 5 here. And you gotta beat... Okay, so until you beat the boss once, you can't use any flying units or defenses. And then after you've beat the boss once, you gotta use pigeons and snakes. I'm assuming this applies to Tatanka as well, gentlemen. I know gentleman's in the chat, so he'll clarify that. And then on the extra stage, if you do manage to get through, beat the final boss, no matter how many lives that you had when you got here, you get 2. You got to beat the boss 3 times. Very difficult. And then the deck sizes change. I'm actually really excited for this. Although, as Tatanka said, or I'm sorry, as the gentleman said, Tatanka's a very strong player. So whether or not we actually get to see these games is to be determined. But hopefully we get some powerful contestants here that can make their way through. So we get to watch some fun Fox and defense style games. So yeah, so that is it. So maybe I actually set this up to go through Klaru first, but I might pull a mulligan here. And I think it might make some most sense to start with the players that are on stage 5 still. So let me do that little bit of adjustment. So we're going to start things off with Heartseed. Yeah, that makes sense. In celebration of the 2v2 tournament yesterday. Stage 5 boss is this guy. And we are on stage 5 here. And Heartseed, I believe, has 2 lives left. Makes sense, because there's 2 replays here, but I can double check on this wonderful website. This website is so good. It saves me quite a bit. Actually, according to this, Heartseed has 4 lives. So, oh wait, never mind. No, it makes sense that there's only 2 replays because... Well, does it? We'll find out. Just trust me, it makes sense. There's no spoilers. Okay, so yeah, Heartseed on 5 lives. Or I'm sorry, 4 lives on stage 5. Jeez, my brain is kicking on slowly. It's my birthday today, everybody. I've been drinking way too... I met some musicians in the Twin Cities area, so Friday night and Saturday night I went out and I jammed with some guys. I met a really cool dude last night, and I think we clicked really well, so I'm excited to keep playing music with him. But yeah, so Heartseed has 4 lives at the moment, and he's on stage number 5. And yeah, that's where we're gonna kick things off. So let's get into this. So this was a mandatory mirror, right? Between the two decks that are primarily Falcon based. Let me pull this up. Yep, okay. Okay. So they're gonna have Pigeon Falcon and then either like Owl Fox plus a defense, depending on how it goes. And let's hop into it. Game number 1, Heartseed on stage 5 here. Okay, spawning in the bottom right, we've got Heartseed. And the opponent to the top left, this guy. Very short rush distance on this map, so that's kind of interesting. You can't really rush with pigeons, so let's see how it goes. I mean, my initial reaction to stuff like this is, it's kind of funny. How do I put it? It's like, I think I said it well one time. Like, you make all this nice food, you know, with like a salad and some crepes and all kinds of like good, healthy options, or really tasteful options, and then you throw like pizza on the table, you know, and then everyone just eats the pizza. So I feel like that's what's going to end up happening with these mandatory mirrors, where the pizza is the Falcons. And we're just going to be stuck in a Falcon race. But no, let's see, this Heartseed is maybe going to try to do some proxy balloons here, which could work out very nicely against Falcons. If you get, I don't think does a balloon one-shot a Falcon? It might, it either one-shots it or gets it very low. At the very least, 2 balloons will kill a Falcon. 2-shot. Yeah, that's what I thought. I didn't think it was quite a 1-shot. So yeah, you can 2-shot Falcons with balloons. Oh, this guy's looking to do the same thing here. Oh my god. Alright, maybe I was wrong. Maybe we're not going to have mass Falcons. Let's see, Heartseed getting that first Falcon out, but a couple of these pigs will be in range of this balloon. Oh wait, but Heartseed's actually got the vision on that balloon. That is horrible for this guy here. Oh man. That was awesome. Yeah, two pigs go down to the balloon already. So this guy's economy already a bit in shambles, but this guy trying to rebuild over here on his proxy base. Now, if Heartseed figures that out quick enough, which he does see it, yeah, he can just move a balloon over here. But maybe at this point just wants to rely on the Falcons to get the job done. Does have a big tempo advantage with the Warren production on his side. It's going to be hard for this guy to ever really catch up. So that's why we see this guy trying to build this balloon, but Heartseed's gonna get in and take that balloon out before it gets done. Is this guy just gonna tap? There it is. There it is. Heartseed killing it. Really cool strategy there with the proxy balloon. And yeah, manages to get right on against this guy. So now we're gonna watch Heartseed play in the final match. Final with an asterisk next to it, because the real final match is the extra stage, if you can get there. It's the final boss, not the final stage. You know what I mean? Okay, so we're gonna watch Heartseed take on Tatanka. And again, on this one, you gotta beat Tatanka twice, right? Yep. We got plentiful mills, plentiful campfires. Can't use any flying units or defense the first game. Or until you beat the boss once. Here we go. Okay, in the top left, we've got Tatanka, the big final boss. And over on the right-hand side, the challenger, Heartseed, who also recently introduced a monthly 2v2 tournament on Saturdays. Really straightforward, kind of single limb. There's some special rules teams can kind of agree to, and that was a lot of fun yesterday. So I love seeing people put together events. It's literally what keeps the scene going. You know, I can't stress that enough. And you don't need to be anyone special. Like just make the event, man. People, if you build it, people will come. And there's so many people that'll help you out if you are interested to try to put something together. You know, I'll cast it. There's a ton of other people who cast it for you. You can reach out to people like the Gentleman or Premium Bow if you have questions about how to organize things. But yeah, I love it. Okay, so we don't have any birds. We don't have any defenses here. I do like Tatanka's deck because he's rocking that fox. Oh, the fox actually makes a lot of sense. Oh, it makes so much sense. Because what's good against a fox? Well, owls and defenses, you know, and you can't use either of those units here. But Heartseed does have lizards, does have snakes. These are units that can kind of deal with fox pretty well. Also has the ferrets, which are a little bit interesting because traditionally you try to use ferrets to help you break through defenses, but you can also, we saw a couple matches yesterday at the 2v2 event where ferrets were really nice to kind of break, how do you say, like situations where you're at a bit of a stalemate with the armies where neither side really wants to direct engage, and you know, you're kind of wheeling for positioning, kind of poking, but not really hard committing. Ferrets are great in that situation because you just put the clock on the enemy. It's like, well, the longer we sit here and we dance and we don't hard engage, I'm just going to be picking off more and more of your units. Okay, Tatanka, just with a couple lizards. I actually love the 6 lizards here. And I think it'd be cool to see Tatanka invest his other tier 1 into squirrels, because 6 is like the perfect amount of lizards to harass with, where, you know, okay, if you lose your 6 lizards, it's not the end of the world. Where if you try to do a lot of harassment and you come in here with like 15 lizards or something and you lose them very inefficiently, you open yourself up to a counterattack from the enemy. But if it's only, you know, a handful, if it's only like 6 lizards, it's like, well, if you lose 6 lizards, that's fine. Like, you're not super super exposed in that situation. So map looks definitely better for Tatanka on this first battle. Lots of easy gristmills for Tatanka to expand into. But the snakes might be the all-star here for Heartseed. You know, the snakes are going to do a great job dealing with the skunks, the cams, and the fox if we get there. The cams especially. And did Heartseed actually scout the tier 2? Hasn't scouted it yet. But still just a nice pick here. Because the cams are, I feel like, are very, very weak against the snakes. You know, you get a couple stat, because the big thing with the cam is you can micro it, and it's like, oh, when it's about to die, you re-stealth, but you've still got that poison on you, and then you die anyways. Alright, Heartseed moving in, building some moles here to help tank on the front line. Do some crit damage to structures if possible. Oh, losing that snake right at the beginning. The lizards from Tatanka pouncing on that very quickly, but so many units here from Heartseed. Can he push through? The cam's falling. There's still a ton of squirrels. Yeah, you know, Heartseed's not going to do critical damage, but if he keeps this up, maybe he can get in here and kill a pig or two. But it looks like Tatanka does have enough tier 1 Warrens, and this is why tier 1 Warrens are so important. Does get a pig kill, which is nice. But tier 1 Warrens are so important because they allow you to reinforce very, very quickly. You can see Tatanka just rebuilding an army so fast because he's got, what, 9 tier 1 Warrens. So every 10 seconds, like, bam, another 9 units are on the board as long as you can afford them all. Tatanka pushing back a little bit, but all things considered, I still like that attack from Heartseed. I mean, the trades, as far as army goes, seem pretty even, but, you know, did pick off the pig. I wasn't watching closely enough if there were multiple mole warrens. Maybe a mole warren fell there for Heartseed to kind of even things out. He lost 2, okay. Yeah, he lost 2 mole warrens, so that is a bit rough. I still think this is pretty decent for both sides, though. I think we still got a game here. That first attack, you know, that first skirmish, a little back and forth, you know. Maybe Tatanka came out a bit ahead, maybe Heartseed did, but either way, it's still pretty even. Alright, Heartseed moving in again. Needs to get the tags on those cams. There he goes, starting to get that micro going. Both cams fall. 1 snake remains here. Good tags from Heartseed. Gonna try to pull back, maybe? Try to keep the snake alive. Also, all this road here. Speeding up. Oh, Heartseed's starting to push through. Again, he just needs to get some pig tags. Yeah, he's going to get a pig there. Loses a snake for it, but I still think that's value because you got to think all the time that you got to rebuild the pig. You got to, like, Tatanka hasn't even started another pig there. I mean, that's all lost mining time. So, nicely done there from Heartseed. Tatanka looking to take a fresh base. I love that kind of thing. You know, at this point, why bother rebuilding the pig there? You know it's easy for Heartseed to kill that when he attacks in. That field is already farmed out a little bit. Might as well just invest your new pigs on some brand new fields in a safer position. But we're still very tier 1 heavy in this match. Both sides have only committed to one Tier 2 Warner. We'll scratch that. Tatanka does have the Skunks up and running now, and now Heartseed's getting into those Ferrets. And this could be a really good spot for Ferrets, because Heartseed can kind of stand here with his army, shoot that mill, and tell Tatanka, like, hey, you have to engage me. You know, you have to come into my defender's advantage, to where we're closer to my Warrens on the front line. Heartseed even grabbing this mill over here. I'm curious why, to be honest. Maybe just for territory, for that passive healing. Also, he can tank a little bit if he can really draw Tatanka up, but Tatanka's going to take this opportunity to try moving with the lizards. Actually pulls those lizards back a little bit quickly. Wanted to be safe with them. Oh, these skunks have such good positioning up here on the high ground. Damn, that was really good from Tatanka. And Heartseed's army just gets obliterated that time, thanks to that uncontested skunk fire, I suppose. That was really smart. Look at that last battle there with the skunks. And the skunks on the high ground, oof. Alright. Heartseed down 1 life, though. And gets to try again. Heartseed managing to get all the way here with still having 4 lives left is very huge. I mean, taking down Tatanka is not going to be easy, but at least when you have a ton of lives left, you can have a few matches where, you know, it's okay to lose a game or two. Okay, let's get into the next match here. Spawning on the left-hand side, we've got Tatanka, rocking the same deck, and over in the bottom, Heartseed. Looks like he dropped out moles to get some pigeons. And then something else, oh, and the ferrets for the skunks. Yeah, I like those adjustments. Again, the ferrets just, you know, I love the ferret. It's a fun unit to play, but it can be very situational. And you're really hoping you're playing against somebody who likes turrets and artillery and stuff like that to really make the most out of your ferrets. And since you can't use those defenses here, it's tough. Or not only that, or, you know, what ferrets are also good at is pushing with your own defense, you know. So if you have ferrets, you take this base and then you throw down some MGs and then you keep the ferrets behind them. Alright, 8 farm openers here. This map looks better for Heartseed. I feel like this base might be a little bit of a scam. That one might be too easy for Tatanka to attack, but these are some nice bases right here. And Tatanka's not completely down and out. It's got this nice natural in the back and can expand out this way, but is spread. Let's see how the ramping is while we're kind of waiting for this to heat up. So, yeah, it looks like lizards could come around this way and strike these fringe bases if we get to that point. So, yeah, just some quick mills from both sides, getting into some tier 1. We just kind of got to let this game evolve a little bit here. Oh, he's not supposed to, Oh, Heartseed took pigeons. That's right. It's disqualified, man. You're out. Gentleman says whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like the gentleman's the Caesar of the crowd, you know. We're waiting on the thumbs up or the thumbs down from our gladiators with Heartseed. It sounds like it's a thumbs up right now, though. Heartseed's moving in. And Tatanka cleans this up quite nicely. It was a poorly timed attack here from Heartseed. Didn't quite have enough units here on the front to really be a threat, and especially because he had that mix of Squizzards, so squirrels kind of taking their time to drunkenly stumble over the map. Thumbs up because we won't even use them for now. Thumbs up because I like Heartseed. Alright, the Caesar gentleman has given a thumbs up for Heartseed to use his illegal weaponry in this fight. Alright, so we got a macro game going. I mean, Heartseed took a loss there in that first hit, you know, but not the biggest deal in the world. I mean, I say that, but against a player the caliber of Tatanka, it actually can be. Like, if you let somebody who's this strong get just the smallest food advantage on you. They really know how to leverage that into, you know, economic boon or a sharp timing push, or in this case from Tatanka, both. You know, both players are essentially on 16 farms, but Tatanka's able to get out a few more units more quickly because that earlier push from Heartseed did not succeed. Let's see if Tatanka's got enough to just end the game right here, right now. Lizards are going to keep funneling over the map, and once you start killing these Warrens, now the production is being halted by Heartseed, and yeah, this might be just a quick game too. Heartseed down most of his Warrens already. Would love to see Tatanka grab this mill here, just to heal his units on the front, just to spend some money. But actually just going to go home, like walk home, just to build some more Warrens and then come on back. But yeah, Heartseed should be tapping out. There it is. So the pigeons weren't used at all. But it's funny because that kind of highlights something really interesting, where when you have players at this level, you know, even taking a small loss like that, you know, in the early game, like letting Tatanka get up 60, 70 food. I mean, that's all he needs to kill you. Okay, so Heartseed dropping another life here, but he's got 2 lives left. Lizard's OP, says Ziggy. Need a big nerf. You know, I can see Lizards getting a slight nerf, because it is getting harder for me to find the situations where you'd rather have squirrels than lizards. I think it's mostly around chokes and stuff. So, I'm not sure if I'm on the camp, like, nerf lizards into the ground, but I'd like to see some kind of change that makes squirrels a little more relevant, I guess. Anyways, let's get into game number 3 here. With the Toad nerf was, they got an extra HP and then they cut the single target damage in half, right? Or was it the AoE damage? I need to look at the patch notes again. On the right-hand side, we've got Tatanka, and over on the left, Heartseed. This time around, no illegal weapons from Heartseed. Yeah, let me pull that up. I'm trying to remember if it was single target that got nerfed. Balance change. Toad, 9 HP from 8. Okay, so they're a little slower. Yeah, 2 single target damage from 4. Yeah. Oh, the loss of the speed. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. But I guess that extra 1 HP was supposed to try to give him something for that speed loss. I don't know. Toads are just horrible now, says the chat. Just don't even bother. Okay, Tatanka getting that quick mill going. Heartseed getting some 8-farm double action. Oh, I love this kind of stuff. Araloo really was the first guy that I saw popularize this and started punishing these 8-farm mill openings with a single mole warren. Cool play here from Heartseed. But actually does not commit. Oh, he's gonna try to get this warren instead. That's interesting. He forced a sell. Huh. I'm not sure if I would rather see... Oh, he gets a pig there. Okay. So he gets a... Well, the warren was sold. That's interesting. I'm not sure how long it would have taken the moles to kill this mill. I guess Heartseed was worried that the units from Tatanka would be out in time to prevent that. Alright, Tatanka gonna try to come in with a big counterattack here with a lot of lizards. Does Heartseed have enough ready to roll right now? These moles on the front might help tank a little bit. There is a pretty good defender's position here from Heartseed, and that is going to allow him to trade very efficiently there and to push back the units from Tatanka. Nice hold from Heartseed. And the Squirrel's really shining there too on defense. Being able to hide in those Warrens, making it difficult for the Lizards to actually hit them. You can see all the damage that the Warrens took. I mean, that's exactly what you want as long as they don't die. But Tatanka does have the second base up and running. He is going to try to pull a little bit ahead economically. Heartseed smelling a little blood in the water, hoping he can get something done from that cost-effective trade that he just had. But again here, a lot of Lizards versus a variety of Tier 1, but actually Heartseed's army slamming through. He's got the moles here. This might be the Heartseed victory against Tatanka. Excuse me, absolutely crippling the economy. But does Tatanka have enough units left over? I love this Warren positioning from Tatanka too in the back. Like, yeah, you're giving up the Warren tanking, but he didn't lose any Warrens in that fight, you know? So now he's still producing units here in the front. And there it is, a hype. Heartseed taking a life off Tatanka, but you gotta win twice. You gotta win twice. We're not done yet. Maybe I should put something here, like maybe a 2 and a 1 for Tatanka. Like, okay, so 1. So we beat Tatanka once, or he's got 1 life left. You know what I mean? All right. Well, actually, that game, I feel like the menagerie of Tier 1 that Heartseed had really came in handy. The moles on the front tanking, the squirrels in the back, dealing that DPS. That was game 3, right? So he had 4 lives, lost 1. I mean, he had 3 lives, lost 1 to 2. Then he had 2 lives, and we beat Tatanka once. So yeah, we're on Heartseed 4. Okay, so the rules do change a little bit. Pigeons and snakes are mandatory now. A little bit of an interesting rule. So let's take a look at it here. Both sides do have their pigeons and snakes over on the right-hand side being defeated once. It is Tatanka. And over on the left, we've got Heartseed looking for one more victory here to move on to the extra stage. Let's see if he can make it happen. Nobody actually opting for any of the other flying units of the defense. No Falcons, no Owls, no Artie or anything. Hey, yeah, the chat, they're asking. Yeah, these are all replays. So we kind of do 2 styles. You can check out my VOD from yesterday, which was a live 2v2 event. We do a mix of both, but the nature of this tournament is kind of like, since we have players all over the world, you know, everyone just sits each other up on Discord, figures out what time works for them to play. You know, maybe it's like a Tuesday night at 8 p.m. or something like that. And then once the gentleman, the tournament organizer, gets enough replays together, he'll shoot it out to one of the casters, and we'll just cast the bulk of them at once. Oh, the old school Mishi Snake Rush would be sweet. Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't be easy to have everyone appear at once. Yep, I mean, sometimes we do that for live events. That's mostly smaller or shorter tournaments, or if we do have even like a long season style tournament, maybe we'll do like the finals live or something like that for the hype. Okay, 8 farm openings from both sides. Both sides getting into some quick expansions. And this map's a bit interesting. My knee-jerk reaction is I like this for Tatanka, but that might be incorrect. I mean, I think this base is a scam. I don't think you really count that one. But Tatanka's got a nice 3 bases. I mean, so does Heartseed right here. And then we can kind of fight over the south, like if the game really goes long. I think the game ultimately would be determined by who can secure this juicy area down here. And it looks like both players have a pretty fair shake at accomplishing that. Okay, so lots of lizards. Well, actually, both players with pretty mirror builds at the moment. Squizzard, Heartseed opting for an extra Warren versus Tatanka. Looks like he's trying to get out an extra farm, so little build order divergence there. But still, both players playing very safe. Lots of good scouting on both sides. It's very important to know exactly what your opponent is up to. And yeah, I mean, this feels like to me we might start leaning towards the macro game. And in that situation, honestly, I gotta say I like Tatanka's flavor of this deck build a bit better than Heartseeds. I think the Skunks are gonna perform better than the Chameleons. Because you get up 4 to 6 Skunks, especially with Pigeons, they tank really well on the front lines. And they do so much damage against all the tier 1 that is going to be a big part of these armies, probably the entire game. Meanwhile, the Chameleons will allow you to do some cool plays, maybe sneak your cams up here and knock out this base or something like that. But I just feel like the cams are pretty susceptible to snakes. You target down the cams with the snakes. But, I mean, we do have Pigeons, so that could help. You never know. And both cams and skunks scale really nicely. So I wonder if we're just going to be in a tier 2 arms race. And honestly, though, if Heartseed commits to a lot of lizards and just tries to get the lizards to snipe the tier 2, I feel like that could work. I think Heartseed has that advantage, right? Where I feel like lizards are pretty okay against skunks, but lizards struggle a little bit against chameleons. So that's something a little interesting to think about, but yeah, we're still kind of arms racing at the moment. Looks like we're building towards a big fat macro game. Players are starting to take their third bases, starting to build into a lot of tier 2. Yeah, once you get enough skunks, they can definitely start ripping lizards for sure. And yeah, still not too much to say, but thanks everybody for tuning in today. It's been a Tooth and Tail filled weekend. We still got plenty more to do. It's my birthday today. Old Delthius, 1 year older. I am 32. And yeah, we're just going to be taking it easy. Going to cast Tooth and Tail. After this, probably boot up some FF14. Maybe I'll play some ladder as well or something. So yeah, I've actually been thinking about doing that a little more often, like while I'm playing FF14, just kind of having Tooth and Tail up on the other monitor, sitting in ranked, waiting. Oh, I got a match here. Let me take a quick break from questing and play some furry StarCraft. Alright, Tatanka almost have 3 base saturation. Yeah, here's the cams coming out. Gonna try to get something done, but they're very dangerously close to the army at the moment. Here we go, big engagement. The cams are going to flank over from the side. So my question is, where's the target fire going down? It looks like Heartseed was trying to get some target fire. Man, that was so chaotic. It was really hard for me to keep track of the commanders. But Tatanka is busting through. Heartseed should have enough reinforcing warrens, though, to where Tatanka can't get all the way in here. And, tons of tier 1 warrens on the ground. And again, this is why I felt like the skunks are kind of better in this situation, because with these builds, I do think that this is going to be a very tier 1 heavy game. We got 4 skunks there just throwing down that gas cloud over the entire army, I think you're going to get more out of that than you are the chameleons. So that puts Heartseed between a rock and a hard place, because then it's like, well, maybe since I know he's going to build into a bunch of skunks, I can sell off a lot of my tier 1 and build into like mass cam snake, which actually maybe would work. I don't know. That seems very risky though, right? Because if it doesn't work, then since you're on so many tier 2 warrens, you can't rebuild, and right when you lose the first fight, you lose the game. And then of course the opponent has snakes, but Tatanka really doesn't have a lot of snakes. He's only got 2 at the moment. So we're rebuilding back up. Tatanka does have a nice advantage. He definitely was more cost-effective. Ooh, these cams getting caught out. Might just be the nail in the coffin for Heartseed here. I think this time around, Heartseed's not going to be able to weather the storm again. So a really big build-up here into 3 bases. And then 2 major fights. But here it is. Tatanka should be able to push through, start getting on top of these warrens. Once the warrens start falling, that is basically it. Heartseed can no longer make new units to help defend this push. Hey, Kerpo with the sub, man. Thank you so much. I don't have bots or anything set up, but I appreciate it, man. Okay. Heartseed's journey's not over. One life. You gotta cue the Eminem song. 8 Mile. I would, but I don't want to get DMCA'd. You know, Asmongold plays Tool on his channel. It's totally fine. But if me with my 20 viewers plays Eminem for like 10 seconds for a meme, I'll get banned. You know what I mean? Alright, anyways. Let's do it. Let's see if Heartseed can continue on against and beat Tatanka here and make his way to fight Araloo in the bottom, showing us how it's done. One of the best Tooth and Tail players today. We've got Tatanka over on the left-hand side, trying to make it happen here. He's got the Artie. Can we believe in the Artie dream? It's Heartseed. Did anyone pat? We just got started, this guy. So this is our first, we don't know yet if anyone's passed Tatanka. This is the first challenger of the day. Gentleman is very sus. Gentleman does not think anybody will make it past Tatanka here. Again, Heartseed with the cams, man. Maybe Heartseed's just a big fan of chameleons, but I mean, when you know your opponent has snakes, it's rough for me to get behind the chameleons. I would love to see an artillery win the game. How poggers would that be, man? If Heartseed took the space and then like builds an artillery cannon here. Oh, and then he's like using his lizards or cams or something to flank over here, you know. Keep Tatanka's attention away. That would be amazing. Okay, so again, pretty basic openers. Tatanka likes to get his mill up before the 8 farm double. Makes sense. You know, you get that economy going a little bit faster, especially if you don't think you're going to get rushed. I feel like there are opportunities that could really punish you there, especially like moles. But, you know, again, moles aren't like in the place that they used to be. You're not really anticipating your opponent to have moles most games. So I think that kind of makes it safe. So, like, if you went 8 farm mill and your opponent showed 8 farms but then swapped into like a 5 farm double lizard or something, maybe you're in trouble. Ooh, no, this is not good. Did Tatanka scout the switch? He did. Okay, so Heartseed, I think he sold off Warrens to try to get out the chameleons faster, because the early game like this, you know, cams can shine. But Tatanka, man, really on top of scouting, realized that Heartseed made some greedy opening decisions and just absolutely punishes so hard, making Heartseed sell off a bunch of farms, sell off a bunch of Warrens, restart from scratch. With single cam will come out here. The Chad cam is going to hold it down for now. But the attack from Tatanka is going to continue to be relentless. If Heartseed can hold on for a little bit longer, maybe he can defend. But Tatanka's already got such a big lead this game. Yeah, this is gonna be it. Unfortunately, I can't hype this one up too much. Would love to see it. Would love to see Heartseed somehow defend here. He does have double cam. Maybe if you get some really good value out of him, but one cam already goes down. So does the other one. Plenty of reinforcing units here. You even got the squirrels to shoot from afar. And that is it. Heartseed. His run will end on the final boss, but you know what? No shame in that at all. Again, the predictions are pretty much nobody's expected to beat Tatanka. And hey, Heartseed took a match off Tatanka, so you gotta give him that. Big shout out to Heartseed. Yeah, not dropping any lives until hitting Tatanka, and even taking one. You know, he got a solid punch on Tatanka's nose. You know, he didn't beat him, but he bloodied him up a little bit. So, okay, who are we gonna do next? We got Tiki here, so let's do Tiki's run next. I do want to try and knock out these stage 5 runs first. So let me look at a couple things here. Okay, Tiki Gray with the 3 lives remaining. Oh, that's right. If you lose twice, you just get to go on anyways. That's why there's only 2 replays on stage 5. Sorry, y'all. I'm a little rusty here. So we got this guy. And again, these are the mandatory mirror matchups where you have Falcons in the deck. But we did see a little bit of variety last time. We saw some balloon rushes, which were pretty cool. Okay. So let's see how Tiki Gray manages. See if he can make it through this guy and on to Tatanka and beyond. Let's get her going. Oh yeah, so anybody new in the chat or watching this on VODs, this is an event that the gentleman or the pickpocket in chat put together. So we're playing Tooth and Tail under a lot of really weird rules. So, you know, I'm not in any real hurry today. I'm just hanging out with y'all. So we can take some time and talk a bit about this. So right now, we are on stage 5. And the boss is this guy. And the weird rules this time is both players have to play with these decks. The challenger chooses which one they want to use. So Tiki Gray is going to say, I either want to use this Fox deck or this Owl deck. And then both him and the boss, this guy, have to play with it. And if there is a second match, so this Tiki Gray's just got to win once. But if he loses and there's a second match, then you got to use the other one. So that's the rule for this stage. And then every stage kind of has its own interesting rules. So yep. Yeah, that website gentleman put together is fantastic too. It tells you all the information, the standings, all the info on the matches, and all that fun stuff. So without any further ado, let me put the right thing on there. There we go. All right, everything looks good. Cool. Let's go. So on the right-hand side, we've got Tiki Gray, who decided that the Owl deck would be used in the first game, and over on the left-hand side, we've got this guy. Alright, both players off to the races, scouting. Kind of a circular map here. Fairly even as far as Tooth and Tail maps go, right? You can't complain too hard if you're either player. You got a nice natural, and then you have a third base that's a bit far away for both sides, but hey, it's there. So let's see how they want to do this. I mean, again, this is the buffet of healthy food, but you've got pizza on the table, and the pizza is the Falcons. So that's what I anticipate, is everyone's just gonna eat that pizza. They're just gonna spam Falcons, and it's gonna be kind of like Mutalisk versus Mutalisk in Brood War, and kind of come down to positioning and micro and raw numbers. So here comes that first Falcon Warren from Tiki Gray. And nothing crazy just yet. Oh, wait, no, that's a mill from this guy. Here comes a balloon. Oh, dude, I wasn't looking at it close enough. I thought Tiki Gray took the mill. Tiki actually went for a 6-farm Falcon, which is interesting. It's not going to be up in time, though. The balloon is going to get up. Oh, no. I think what you have to do here is, like, take that. If you have a mill that's, like, threatening a balloon rush, you just gotta take it really quickly. So one Falcon is not gonna be able to kill that balloon, but maybe 2 could. Oh no, this pig, don't walk over there. All right, successful rush from this guy, trying to get into his own Falcons now. Tiki Gray trying to return the favor, trying to get some damage done. Maybe if he comes in at an angle where only one pig is shooting the Falcon, yeah, there you go. So with some good control here, which Tiki Gray definitely has, maybe he can end up taking out all these pigs. Needs to be careful with this Falcon. Maybe he wants to take this mill to heal him up. No, decides to just go home for now. As this guy is returning the favor with some harassment of his own. Oh, this is hilarious. Okay, both Falcons are here, and they're just attacking the mill. Okay, so that's not going to kill this guy immediately. A lot of pigeons here to help support the Falcons of this guy. Okay, this guy's now starving, but does have some money here in these pigeons. Could sell one of those off and rebuild a farm. Tiki Gray trying to get this mill up before his goes down. It is successful in that. So we're in a very weird spot. Tiki trying to get up to the 4 falcons. I like that if he can manage to do it. Oh, but he's starving now, and that's a queued farm, so he's got to sell that tier 2 Warren. He's hoping maybe the build tanking will mess with the AI, but you got to think the pigeons here are going to make... Oh, yeah, the pigeons are making such a big difference. And this guy is going to take the first match off the back of a balloon rush that Tiki probably was not expecting. One thing you got to keep in mind on these matches is the boss is really favored in a way because the boss has practiced this over and over, right? So this guy has played a lot of people and realized you can do these kinds of things. Where this was Tiki's first time like playing with these rules, but now Tiki definitely a fast learner. Let's see if he'll deal better with some proxy balloon shenanigans in the next match here. Oh, we got Dizon in the chat. What's up, man? On the left-hand side, we've got Tiki Great. And in the bottom, this guy. I like the Falcon, or the Fox, a little bit better. It seems more fun to me, in a way, because of the Foxes counter the Falcons so hard. And the Mines, like, counter the Fox. Like, I think this is more of a fun deck. You don't get the Balloon Rush this time around, though. I forgot about that, yeah. No balloons this time. But this is kind of cool, because, yeah, the Fox counters the Falcons. The Falcon, I guess, can kill the Mines. And the Mines beat the Fox. So let's see how these players want to open. I was hoping for a 4-farm Fox. The classic Premium Bow. I remember when I used to stream some ranked back in the day, Premium Bow was in the chat just memeing. He's like, go for a 4-farm Fox, man. And I did it, and I won, like, against a pretty good player. I think it was Amari. But it was kind of lucky, I guess. Okay. Nothing crazy just yet. You know, some getting up to 8 farms, getting out of Tier 2 Warren. I think maybe the Warrens replaced a bit before the 8 farms, especially in Tiki's situation there. So yeah, this is more of the regular kind of thing so far. But it is very risky to invest in that Fox, right? Because that's 360 food. That's doing nothing for you until the Fox Warren comes out. And so that's like Tier 2 Warren and a half. If you count the Falcons too. So going into the Fox, you are going to get behind on your Falcons, and you don't have anything like a balloon or a turret to try to help buffer that. Tiki's going to move out, though. This guy using the pigeons, too. Like, that really helped last time. But this could really come down to who gets the first shot. This is very clutch. Tiki deciding not to commit to this, but I do think having more Falcons is going to be better than having pigeons, for sure. And maybe this guy might get stuck in a rough spot where it's like, yeah, you've got two Falcons and some pigeons healing them, but I've got 4 Falcons, and I just kill you. Yeah, big Falcon span coming out of Tiki. This guy looking for the push. Okay, 3 Falcons here from Tiki. That should be able to burst down an enemy Falcon even with the healing, I'd imagine. Yeah, look at that. Now you have all these pigeons left over there doing nothing. This guy is just going to tap. There it is. I like the idea on paper, and I think the pigeons were really good last time when it's like super scrappy and you just don't have the money for more Falcons, you know, or the pigeons might be cool later on, like work in a few. But yeah, definitely having that extra Tier 2 Warren I think is the way to go, which means Tiki is gonna have to go up against Tatanka. You remember, you gotta beat Tatanka twice. So we're going to put like a 2 where this X is, just to remind people you got to beat him twice. I'll change that to final boss. Okay, so Tiki lives on. And we're heading to the finals. Bam, here we go. Spawning in the bottom, we've got Tatanka. And over up top, we've got Tiki Gray. Remember, this time around, we have extra economy on the map. So, max gristmills, max campfires. And you can't use any flying units or any defenses until Tatanka is defeated once. So, get the thumbs up from Caesar Gent here. Nobody's got illegal weapons in this knife fight. 5-farm Warren coming out from Tiki. 5-farm Squirrel Warren. That's pretty interesting to me because he does have the lizards available. You'd think you'd want a 5-farm with a lizard Warren. But Tiki's definitely a better player than I am, so I'm sure he's thinking of something in that regard. Tatanka opening up with a 6-farm lizard, though. And in this situation, Tiki's squirrels will be quite nice on defense. So yeah, nothing crazy in the early game. Tatanka just kind of building that Warren to respect Tiki's Warren. And we're just going to move on from there. This map, it's hard to say, to be honest. I mean, if I'm Tiki, I like that I have these kind of 3 bases. Like, this guy's a little bit in the pocket over here, away from the action. This is a fine natural. You're up here on the high ground. You got a little bit of a choke. And Tatanka also has a little bit of a pocket base. You know, not completely. There is an attack path this way. But these mills here are going to be hard to take, in my opinion. So at first glance, you might be like, oh, this is a really good map for Tatanka, because if you look at this, but, I mean, maybe? I mean, Tiki, to me, he's got 3 expansions that are easier to hold. And I also do like that there is a sneaky path here, because both players have lizards. So we might see some cool flank attacks and stuff like that later on. Or Tiki also likes to flank with the snakes, you know, come in here and be sneaky and get a bunch of poison stacks on that mill, win the game that way. But yeah, I don't know about these. I think these mills are a bit of a scam. Tatanka's gonna go ahead and grab that one though, start working on this area. I mean, whoever gains control of this area should win the game. And I do like this from Tatanka, keeping this 7 o'clock, you know, in the pocket as a third base. Take the more difficult one now. Tiki though is not expanding. He's trying to build up to some tier 2. Tatanka coming in here for a big fight, but Tiki's gonna hold off just fine. Pretty even trade there. Tiki probably came out a bit ahead because the defender's advantage and all that. Does come in and see Tatanka is on to base, trying to get the economy going. But Tiki's building up some quick cams. Maybe you're going to try to do a push with 2 cams and a bunch of Squizzard. Then expand on the back of that. I think that would be really smart. Also not sure how much Tiki is really keeping track. Yeah, he's going to go ahead and get that mill up. I'd imagine Tiki's going to push out with these 2 cams. I feel like he kind of has to because he gave up the economic momentum to get those cams out earlier. Like, if you're not going to push right now, then you would have been better off just building that mill and not letting Tatanka get ahead. So here comes that push. Gonna try to get something done with these cams here. You can get a lot of value with the cams in multiple fights if you're really careful with them, if you make sure to re-stealth them. 1 cam targeted down immediately, the 2nd cam also targeted down, but they did a lot of tanking there. To target down through all that HP. So yeah, the cams do fall. But let's see if T can get anything else done. No, there's just too many units here. He's going to be forced back for now. So very nice for Tatanka. So Tiki really needed to get something done there. Didn't need it necessarily in the game. But I think if you had that same fight, but Tiki killed a pig or 2, killed a Warren or 2, you know, something like that, it would have made that worth it for Tiki. So now Tiki is going to go ahead and get into their own 2nd base economy. But if you're Tatanka right now, you should be pretty happy, you know. You got the 2nd base out first. You held off the tier 2 attack without really taking too many losses there. Definitely still anyone's game. But I think Tatanka is at advantage at the moment. So let's see how Tiki wants to get back into this. Just going to go ahead and flood out a bunch of farms for now. Try to keep up with Tatanka's economy. And if I'm Tiki here, I'm probably just wanting to prolong the game, right? Because the economic difference, or economics is probably the wrong word, the food difference, like the raw food difference, an advantage that Tatanka has at the moment, the longer the game goes on, the less and less that's going to matter. So if Tiki can just kind of be like, you know, let's chill, let's get maybe into 3 bases, let's hang out for a bit, let me get up my tier 2 that I'm looking for, I think that's kind of ideal for Tiki. But Tatanka, really, really big tier 1 army at the moment. No skunks here from Tiki. He's going to push in. Let's see if Tatanka can get it done. This attack's definitely looking for some blood. Does Tiki have enough to hold on? And it looks like he'll be just fine. That's a nice defense from Tiki. Does lose the cams, but yeah, looking at the army graph there, that's exactly what Tiki needed. I think that's really going to kind of even things out in this game. So I think, yeah, after that, I think we're about back at parity. Yeah, look at that army graph at the moment. Interesting decision by Tatanka to really just stay on tier 1. Not afraid of the cams. Lizards are really good at being kind of your micro unit in this Squizzard situation. Just, you know, target down those juicy tier 2 really quickly with the lizards. Both players trying to finalize that 2-base saturation. And yeah, Tiki wants to get into the skunks now. Makes perfect sense. But Tatanka does come in, does see the building tier 2 Warren, and says, hey, maybe I have a little bit of a window here where I've got more units. Let's give it a go. Nice sell on that farm from Tiki, getting a full refund. The cams this time not targeted down immediately, but so many units here from Tatanka. Again, as Tiki was trying to get into more tier 2. And that is just brutal damage. I think that's going to be it for Tiki. Going to stay in the game because never say never. But Tatanka was able to get the job done on that attack and get plenty of bacon there. Tiki's second base economy down in the dumps at the moment. Tatanka's still on full 8 farm. The skunks would be pretty good. Let's see if Tiki can make some magic happen. But at this point, I think it's just a numbers issue. Well, if you look at the army graph, Tiki's not super far behind yet. Okay. So getting these skunks out, that's going to give Tiki a good opportunity for some micro here. Good opportunity to try to make something happen in this engagement. Slowly trying to lick their wounds there. Build out some more farms. Can't quite afford that second cam, though. That's a bit rough. Alright, Tatanka's not going to give Tiki too much breathing room, though. 21 lizards here on the way for Tatanka. Here we go. Big attack coming in. These skunks are going to do what they can, but too many lizards are going to be able to target them down very, very quickly. There it is, Tiki with the tap. Really back and forth game, very close. But Tatanka with some nice attack timings there. Trying to come in when Tiki was transitioning to higher tier units. Okay, so it was game 1 for Tiki. Let's see if Tiki can do it. He needs to beat Tatanka twice in a row. Let's see it here. On the right-hand side, we've got Tatanka rocking the Fox this time around. And down in the bottom, Tiki Gray with the same deck. Oh, actually, this might be the same deck from Tatanka. Well, I don't know. It's hard for me to remember because all he used was Squirrel Lizard. He might have had Fox last time around, too. So let's see if there's any shenanigans here in the early game. And yeah, again, thanks everybody for hanging out. Big tooth and tail filled weekend. Don't forget, we've got TNT Duel Championships still going on. Tander Draco's channel. Twitch.tv/Tander Draco. If you aren't aware, please check that channel out. And give him a follow. Very active in the scene at the moment. Does talk shows about Tooth and Tail, hosts tournaments. All kinds of good stuff. If you're looking for more content. Although I'm probably preaching to the choir, as most people that are watching this probably already know about Tander. But hey, 8 farms from both sides, getting into some warrens here. Another big map. It's kind of hard, again. You can really split hairs and try to say this is one way or the other, but it looks pretty even to me, right? I mean, Tatanka's got nice access to bases on the high ground. Tiki does too. Nice little choke here. I don't know about these middle bases. They seem to be scams to me. Not 100% sure if we'll see those being taken. If you're taking these middle bases, then you're winning the game really hard. Tiki, again, going to try that cam opener. So, actually pretty similar build orders from last time. We see Tatanka trying to get into a quick expansion. Tiki trying to get into some quick tier 2. Put on some aggression. Tatanka positioning out on the map, though. Did scout the tier 2 warren. Gonna hope to catch Tiki without too many tier 1 units at the moment. Tiki's out scouting, though. That is always brutal to get attacked while you're scouting. Not all the lizards are in the right place to defend, so Tatanka gonna take a wonderful trade there. Killing a pig. Taking some efficient trades with the lizards and getting out of there. Alright, so Tiki does have some cams here. Gonna try to get something done. Brings him out on the front line. One falls pretty quickly. The other one's getting a lot of work done, though. Oh, man, Tiki's starting to crush through. With this cam on the front, he's gonna keep trying to go, or he's gonna keep the cam alive. Very nicely done here by Tiki. That's exactly what he needed to even things out here. We got a game now. Again, this feels very similar to last time, where it's like, bam, something happens, one's got the advantage. Bam, something happens, the other has the advantage. And Tiki is definitely one of those players who knows how to come back. You know, he plays a lot, very experienced. And I think that's a pretty important skill to have in Tooth and Tail. You need to understand what your position is in the game, and what you need to do about that, if that makes sense. Like, if I'm behind, maybe I'm looking to try to do some kind of play, some high risk, high reward kind of thing, or maybe I'm just hoping to turtle up and make the game go longer. And the killer instinct, I see that a lot with higher players, higher level players. Just knowing when I'm ahead enough to pull the trigger and go kill the opponent. Because if you do give your opponent time, they can come back when you were very far ahead. But here we go. Tander's going to try to move in here again. Does get one cam knocked out pretty quickly. The other cam falls as well. Tiki needs to sell these farms. Immediately gets a full sell on all of them. This one skunk doing a really good job with this gas here. If Tiki can keep these warrens alive, it looks like he will. He's going to be able to push Tatanka back. And having the skunks on the board is going to be absolutely huge. If Tiki can just wait a little longer, here's the second skunk. Okay, it does stink that Tiki had to sell those farms, so took a little bit of tempo hit on the economy. Tatanka's second base has been up and running for longer, but Tiki did get the full refund, which is nice. Tiki again trying to scout. Tatanka moving out when that scouting has happened, but Tiki is here to defend this time around. Really doesn't want to sell these farms if he doesn't have to. Needs to get these farms established here. Tatanka deciding to go home, though. Curious if Tatanka is just going to keep going mass tier 1, or if we'll ever see any kind of tier 2 start hitting the field. Tatanka again threatening an attack. Tiki doesn't look super worried, though, queuing up an extra farm here. Tiki realizes that they have to get at parity on economy. Tatanka's gonna move in though. The big fight starts. Some nice targeting with the gas here from Tiki, trying to get an optimal spread. Does lose a skunk. Oh, it keeps everything else alive. That pig has like no HP, but it lived. I think there was a queued farm that died, but that doesn't matter because a queued farm you haven't paid for. So really decent hold there for Tiki. These tier 2 in the red, though, is a bit rough. Every second counts, especially with Tatanka's being so aggressive. Tatanka actually taking another base up here. Kind of diversifying the assets, you know, spreading out the farms between bases. I like that. Also, expanding the territory here. Going to let the units heal up a bit easier. So Tiki is in a pretty good spot right now, you know, especially since in between these fights, Tatanka is giving Tiki enough time to rebuild this tier 2. The big advantage that Tatanka has at the moment is that he does have that primarily tier 1 base army, so in theory should be able to really, you know, be pounding out wave after wave after wave because they rebuild so fast. But Tiki has his 2 cams up, has his 2 skunks. Trying to keep up on economy here, realizing how important that is. Tiki has scouted this base. Yep, knows how many farms are there. Tiki, I don't think, has been able to get a deep dive in, though, and just verify the tech of Tatanka for quite a while. And it's really hard at this point, because for one, the enemy's army will just kill your commander, but for two, if Tiki really tries to get in here and explore and look for like a tier 3 Warren, then Tatanka can counterattack since this rush distance is so small. Now all of a sudden Tiki's not in the right place to micro his army. Third base for Tiki on the way as well. Tatanka really exploding on economy here. Almost at full 3-base sat. Main bases have farmed out a long time ago. This is a fun match. I think Tiki has a really good shot to win this, but what I'm worried about at the moment is just how far ahead Tatanka's pulling economically. Tatanka might just zap Brannigan his opponent here. Just start throwing lives just endlessly at Tiki, where no amount of micro is going to matter. But Tiki is aware of this, and finally Tiki gets that big deep scout we were talking about and confirms, okay, looks like Tatanka is just purely on Squizzard. Would love to see an extra cam, or an extra skunk, I meant, and that's exactly what Tiki does. 4 skunk is so much stronger than 2 skunks, man. It's so much stronger, in my opinion. It's hard to get the surface area on all 4 of them because they kind of walk together, you know? So you can't get, like, complete surrounds with the lizards. Just the HP pool that you have to get through. The gas distribution. I mean, maybe others would disagree, but I feel like having 2 pairs of skunks is probably the strongest, like, going from 2 to 4 out of any tier 2 units. I mean, maybe 4 cams is pretty good too. Especially for like flank attacks and stuff. Like 4 cams could just beat down on the space. But yeah, I mean, the difference in power between 2 skunks and 4 is huge. Tatanka starting finally to get into the tier 2 here. Tiki did go ahead and get that 3-base sat up and running. Tatanka's already working on base number 4. And this is where it's going to get awkward, man. Like, Tiki either needs to push out. This would be a good time for Tiki to push out, too, because Tatanka's trying to get out the tier 2. And is a bit behind in that regard. But it's going to be hard for Tiki to get a 4th base. I mean, these middle bases, you're just not... Maybe this one, right? But that's about it. And if for Tiki to get this base, he needs to position his army a bit further up. So he can kind of not just get attacked through this little hole here. But this is kind of do or die, I feel like, for Tiki, because Tiki does not have an easy 4th base. So you can't just sit here and let Tatanka farm up when you can't match that. Tatanka's even got the campfire. Fox is on the way. So the icing on the cakes here are starting to happen. Tiki moving in. Lots of skunk clouds going down on both sides. No snakes out just yet for Tiki, which should be very soon. And both sides suffering heavy losses there. Tiki managing to keep 3 of the skunks alive. Yeah, look at that trade. It's like identical according to the army graph, but I think it did end up a bit better for Tatanka because the fox is being captured in this army value graph, which actually wasn't part of the fight. 6 cams on the way here for Tiki. Here comes the fox though, and this is gonna be brutal. The best anti-fox unit Tiki's got at the moment is the lizards. I mean, the cam ambush can be really good too, but Tatanka's very strong. I don't think he's gonna fall for that. Tiki not gonna be happy here in that first fox shot. I like actually keeping the commander here, just making the fox shoot at the commander, but fox already hitting a couple units. Hoping to bait the fox a little bit closer to these cams. 4 cams is enough to one-shot the fox if you get a nice surround. Here we go, big engagement coming in though. And Tatanka has to basically keep the micro-focus on their fox. Oh, the fox starting to take some damage. Okay, backs up. So much skunk clouds going everywhere, but is Tiki actually busting through here? Tatanka not with a lot left. Tiki's gonna pull back for now. But again, okay, Tiki deciding what he's gonna sell, what he's gonna keep, gonna transition into a ton of tier 1. He's gotta take a 4th base though, right? I mean, Tiki won that last fight very nicely. But Tatanka, again, just got the extra farms at the moment. And it's just gonna bankroll his opponent here. Tiki never being able to establish that 4th base, I think is really what the issue is gonna be here. So GG, another one bites the dust to Tatanka, but again, big grats to Tiki to making it all the way to Tatanka. That's pretty much as good as we expect anyone to do in this event. Okay, so let's see who we've got coming up next. How about Satoros? Let's finish out these stage 5 matches. We got Satoros. And how many lives is Satoros at? Let me do a quick check. He's got 3 lives left. Okay. Going up against this guy. And give this guy the X there. Oh, big X. We don't want a baby X. There we go. Look at that. Sick. Sick X, bro. Okay, stage 5. Cool. Everything's going good, gentlemen? Haven't done anything wrong? I think everything's good. I think we're all systems go. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. It's always a lot of fun to do this with everybody. And big shout out, of course, to the gentleman for organizing this, for all the players who got their matches done in good time. And Heartseed as well. Heartseed Premium Bow, new 2v2 tournament going on once a month on Saturdays. We just had it yesterday. Check out the VOD. We had some pretty cool matches there. Okay, let's get into it. Satoros versus this guy. Again, these are the mandatory mirror Falcon decks. And we are going to start off with the Owl Balloon variant. Over on the left-hand side, we've got this guy. And up in the top right, Satoros. All right. So has this guy scouted the opponent yet? Nope. Still looking around. Satoros did find the enemy. And we'll see. We'll see if this guy finds a spot. Oh, this looks juicy. Let's see this guy, if you're gonna be sneaky boy. Doesn't queue up a farm. So let's see it. Here's the Satoros cam. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just scouting. I'm not doing anything. Oh, where'd he go? Oh, trying to be. Look at him trying to be a sneaky boy. Oh, but he sees it. Okay, he sees it. Yeah, it's a bit too close. Yeah. Can this guy get back in time to cancel it, though? If this was like one tile away, he might have been able to take it without the vision. But no, he's gonna commit. Well, I don't think it's gonna work right there, my guy. Will it get up before the pig starts shooting it? Oh my god, it might. It's gonna be close. The pig is gonna get some shots off, but not enough. Oh man, this is so clutch! Alright, the pig's starting to shoot it, but bam! Just see, bam, it's gone! Alright, there's the foul. It's up! Oh man, dude. I can't believe how that worked out. That is insane. Just perfect amount. That pig, give that pig a medal. Medal of honor, man. Did exactly enough extra damage to let that falcon kill the balloon. And now this guy's a little bit behind tempo-wise on units. Satoros is moving across the map with a single falcon here. Can definitely take out this balloon. I would maybe target the pig first. Doesn't matter, though. He can actually kill the pig if he's careful about not letting too many hit his falcon. I think he's trying to wait for that pig to walk back. Also, good control on the commander, too, from Satoros. Really making sure not to lose the commander. Here comes Satoros' own balloon here. One falcon versus two. Oh, almost gets a balloon. Needs to be careful. That's very expensive. This is actually being a little more fun than I thought it would be. Like, it's a very knife fight style game. Oh, get wrecked, nerd. And that's it. This guy taps out. Oh my god. That was a fun match. That was very fun. Okay. Alright, Satoros. What, he's walking away from the explosion and flicks the cigarette backwards, and that's what ignites the, you know, the big explosion, puts his sunglasses on, and heads right to the final stage here. Final boss, I should say. Man, I can't believe the math on that balloon pig falcon. That was hilarious. Alright, 3 lives. We're at Tatanka here. Let's see if somebody can make it past the beast. Game number 1. Remember, the only thing on this one is no flying units, no defenses, and then plentiful economic buildings. So let's do it. On the top left, we've got Tatanka. And in the bottom right, the challenger Satoros. Rocking some moles. Okay. Okay. Huh. We'll see what Satoros does with these moles. If it wasn't... Okay, if you give Satoros lizards instead of moles, I would say I like Satoros' deck better. But I'm not sure. Let's see if he makes... What are you going for the mole rush, or what's the plan with these moles here? Thinking about it. I mean, they can be juicy later on. Like if Tatanka maybe builds a bunch of Warrens back here thinking he's safe, then you put some moles, and then you kill the Warrens. I don't know. I don't think this is going to work. Maybe I'm being a Debbie Downer. I mean, Tatanka's already seen it. Gonna safely build the Warren back there. Okay, gonna force a sell on that pig, but gonna lose a mole for it. And it's gonna have to pack up and go home. And the problem with this is now Tatanka's making units. So I wonder if Tatanka gets a couple lizards and tries to counter. Now, this main base is gonna be hard for lizards to try to attack into. But yeah, Satoros overreacting a little bit, I think, here with the double Warrens. Maybe just really wants to make sure he's got 2 units producing at once. So he delays the 8 farms. Yeah, all in all, I think Tatanka comes out ahead in this early game. Was cool to see something happening, you know, not just an 8-farm double. But it didn't quite work out for Satoros. And now I'm not sure what the moles are going to do later on in this game. Again, maybe we might see, you know, building a few moles over here, being sneaky and knocking out a lot of infrastructure. Maybe we'll see some moles just kind of on the front lines, helping to tank. Yeah. Okay, well, we're going to even out. We're gonna get on 2 bases, and actually, you know, if you look at things, it's pretty close. It's pretty close, man. I think it was cool. Satoros tried something, tried to be clever in the early game. Maybe kind of cripple Tatanka right off the get-go, steal out a free win. And maybe Satoros is just okay for, you know, basically playing with a 5-size deck now. Just to have that option to try that. But again, I don't think the moles are going to be completely useless. I think maybe later on Satoros could try to do a sneaky play, get some value out of them. But yeah, I mean, looking at everything now that the dust has settled, I feel like these players are in very similar spots. And we have a macro game on our hands here. Scouting is the king at the moment. Both players need to see how hard their opponent is going on macroing up that second base. See if there's any tier 2, tier 3 on the way. And actually, wow, I really don't like this map for Satoros. Because, look, here's what happens next. Tatanka takes this third base. And by taking this base here, basically locks Satoros out of this one and this one. So if you're Satoros, you need to take this base quickly. You want to do that to Tatanka. You want to establish yourself here so Tatanka can't get established here. It's a very chess kind of thing that can go on with these gristmills here. Because if Tatanka gets this base up, like very soon, going for a fox, by the way, then it's just easy for Tatanka. Take those bases. As the game progresses, you basically lock Satoros out of these. Oh, Satoros, what are you doing, brother? It's a shame he can't get in over here. Did he scout the fox? He hasn't. Rallying his units. I think he's just going for a big push. And you know what? He might catch Tatanka with his pants down a little bit. Tatanka's trying to get into the tier 3. Once that Fox Warren gets up, and okay, that's really good for Satoros. Gets 60 bucks for free. Yeah, that Fox is going to represent 360 food that's not on the table. Here comes the moles, but they're a bit out of position. Try to tank here on the front, but really wants to get these moles up on these Warrens. Oh, this is really good for Satoros. If he can hold this position. Yeah, the Fox is on the way, but keep in mind, the Fox is 360 food that Tatanka doesn't have right here, right now, until that Fox spawns. So maybe Satoros just wins right here or does enough damage. Having this Gristmill here to help heal is very nice. But once this Fox is actually here for Tatanka... Oh my god, the moles! Get the Fox Warren! Oh... Satoros, side by mouse pad, dude! Yes! Yes! Well, the rest of the units come in. Oh my god. Can Tatanka hold her off, though? 4 cams is a lot. Satoros trying to micro around this Warren, hoping that it'll tank a little bit for him. He didn't already scout the Fox, no. He had not seen the Fox. Okay, the dust settles. That wasn't very cost effective for Satoros at the end there, but he did prevent the Fox from coming out. And he's gonna get his own Fox. Yeah, brother. Alright. But will he be able to survive the counterattack here? Does have a lot of squirrels, which are pretty good on defense, and their own Warrens, but, you know, Tatanka does have skunks to help deal with that, and Tatanka might just be slamming through here, unfortunately. Really cool from Satoros. Really bold from Satoros to try to do so much with moles against such a strong opponent. I think with a little bit different pathing, like maybe Satoros actually could have won right there, you know? Like it was very close. But I think there were some things like the fight happened like before all the moles were in position and that kind of thing. Yeah, and then as hype as it was for the moles to take out that Fox Warren, all those moles died, and that was very cost ineffective for Satoros. Okay. But yeah, I think if you replayed that a couple times and wiggled around the control, there is a world where that push from Satoros worked. Okay, but Satoros still has 2 lives left. So let's see if he can make it happen here in the second match. Yeah, the 4 cams were very good. for Tatanka's army. Spawning on the left-hand side, the Beast, Tatanka. Over on the right, the Challenger, Satoros. Yeah, there it is. See, I like this. This was exactly what I said last time, man. You take Satoros' deck, you swap out the moles for lizards. And then we're pumping. And that's what Satoros has this time around. Because I think if we do get in that heavy tier 2 late game, the snakes are going to be very nice. The snakes are also good against the fox. I mean, yeah, you've got to get in range to hit the fox, but that happens more often than you think it would. Especially once you get that first tag of poison, you slow the fox down a little bit. And this map is just gristmills sprinkled everywhere. Mostly around the perimeter. Actually looks a bit more difficult for Tatanka, which is what we want, right? We want to see Satoros win. Tatanka is the villain of this anime. So Satoros, you know, natural, third, and then can easily go fourth, fifth, or hell, even take the space up top, but this space is a bit of a scam. Really close to Tatanka's base there. Tatanka can take a natural. We might see some fighting, and then I guess Tatanka's going to have to come down here. Really quick expansion already from Satoros. Yeah, so Tatanka's really third and fourth are probably here. Which, you know what, might actually... I don't know. Like, this space is going to be really hard to take for Satoros. And I feel like this space is going to be really hard to take as well. So this is going to get kind of weird if we get into a very late game. Maybe this is actually more Tatanka favored, now that I'm thinking about it more, right? Because I was kind of thinking that Satoros got the space, but... I mean, maybe he does. These are kind of like fledgling expansion bases. Lizard attack coming in here. Nice sell on that pig. Gonna try to get on top of these Warrens. Just gonna have to back out, though. Nice little harassment attempt. No harm, no foul, really. Pretty even trades there. Try to get something done. Did have to sell that third pig, though, which, you know, is a hit in economy in a way. You got to rebuild it and all that. Lost mining time. Nice full scout here from Satoros. Seeing exactly what's going on. And yeah, gonna build up. Gonna build up at least to 2 base. I think, yeah, attaboy. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get a little spicy here. Now, Tatanka really can't scout this. Ooh, yeah, nice positioning with the units here. Because Tatanka was on his way to go right up there and check. But did not see it. But Tatanka makes his own fox. Okay, we're getting foxy this game. I like it. I love the fox. Really fun unit to control. A lot of potential to get a lot of value. Although one of the worst feelings in Tooth and Tail is when you lose your fox stupidly. You know what I mean? Like, like, sometimes you just lose the fox and it's fine. But, like, when you lose the fox when you really shouldn't have, like, it dies of squirrels or something, you're just like, dude, do I just uninstall the game now or what? Okay. Satoros' fox is on the way here. And we'll have his fox out a bit faster. And actually all these campfires here are going to be a burden for the fox. So the fox will 2-shot another fox, but I think 1 shot from a fox will put a fox at 1 HP. So something like getting hit by this cabin running over, and then the fox comes in. Ooh, okay. Satoros does see the enemy fox here. Tatanka, and Tatanka did get the scout as well. So they both know what's happening. Yeah, you gotta clear out these cabins. Just getting 1 hit on that cabin onto your fox could be very deadly. But that's what these engagements are kind of gonna come down to. It's like the fox gets bruised by something, you know, like a squirrel shot, or a skunk shot, or a skunk gas rather, and then bam, you target with your fox. But What's also interesting about Fox Micro... Oh, that's really deadly. Ooh, bad play there from Satoros to run up so far with his commander. Man. I hope he can still win. That fight went pretty decent for Satoros, though, I guess. He keeps the skunk alive or so. Well, you don't want to... The problem there was Satoros moved too far forward with his fox. With his commander, rather, in front of the fox. He couldn't bring it back quickly enough. And he knew that the opponent had the fox, so I think that was just a mistake from Satoros to kind of bring his fox up by itself. Does have another fox making, though. I'm going to try again, but already got very punished. Yeah, the enemy fox got so much damage on the farm. Satoros is just going to bring it to the next game. So that stinks, man. Satoros, I feel like, was in a very good spot that game. And then, unfortunately, just made a mistake with the fox control there. But it happens. You know, and there's no shame to losing to Tatanka. Okay, that was game 2. So let's go to game 3. Let's see if Satoros can do it, man. I believe. Gotta give him your energy, chat. Let's see it in the bottom left. The one, the only, the Tatanka. And up in the top right, the Satoros. Needing to make it happen here. Okay. Let's see it. I like this high ground position for Satoros. This is quite nice. Second base, third base, you know. Expand out to the east. A bit more awkward for Tatanka. Honestly, really awkward for Tatanka here. This is not a base. Like, this shouldn't be a base, you know? Because Satoros expands here. You can't expand here as Tatanka. And I say that, and he's going to do it anyways. But this expansion from Satoros should zone this out. So this base is a scam. He's got this one, but then he's going to have to move all the way over here. So, ooh, 5 farm double coming out for Satoros. Tatanka scouted it, though. But I think map RNG is on Satoros' side this time around, and he needed it. Ooh, is he going to get a pig before lizards get here? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Loses the 2 lizards, but I'm fine with that. Nice advantage for Satoros here. So yeah, so I think that's probably going to be it for the early game. Harassment should be seeing players kind of jolt up to 8 farms from now. Satoros did lose the lizards there. I think you're probably going to lose 1. But yeah, losing the second one was a little bit rough, but still a good trade. 40 to 60 food, and then also killing pigs is much more impactful than killing army units because of lost mining time. Oh, it's 2 lizards for a pig, right? So it's kind of weird with the way the economies work in Tooth and Tail, where you only have X amount of money on the farm, so eventually you're gonna extract the certain amount, the same amount of resources in a very short amount of time. So in the long run, it is a slight, but yeah, when you start putting in things like who threw down the farms first, it does even it out. I agree. As far as like raw food on the table at the moment, lots of lizards from both sides. Tatanka gonna try to move in, but not gonna be able to. And yeah, again, the space for Tatanka here is a scam. He knows it. He's gonna go for the safer one, but getting the third base from Tatanka is gonna be really difficult, especially with Satoros having lizards to run around. I mean, there's no defensive structures or anything like that to help defend your fringe bases. Satoros gonna try to come in and catch Tatanka with his pants down, but no, the lizards are in position. He's gonna go ahead and take this engagement anyways, and it seems to be working. If he can kill a pig off of this, no, he's gonna have to go home. Very bold to fight in the pig line like that. But somehow it worked out a little bit, I suppose. And yeah, he really needed like to kill a pig or something there to make that worth it. So saturating up second bases here. Taking a quick look at the army graphs there. Nice efficient hold from Tatanka. Satoros almost had enough there. Like, it was very bold to try to take that position. Ooh, this is looking bad though. All these squirrels here on the back, helping to catch. Oh no! This might be another Tatanka victory here. He knows that he realized that Satoros' last push in was too cost ineffective. You know, Satoros had good units and good army size, but taking the fight in the pig line like that, really a lot of extra damage onto his units there in this engagement. But he knew. I think the problem was Satoros kind of felt that he had an advantage and just wanted to force a fight. But he didn't have that big of an advantage where he could just go attack their face. And if he did attack the face and like kill a warren or kill some pigs or something, maybe it would have worked out. But another one bites the dust to Tatanka. Okay, and where are we at? So we did all the stage 5s. We did Heartseed, we did Satoros, we did Tiki. So we have 3 more, right? Meek, Kalaru, and Melvin. Only 2 challengers left. Oh, it should be 3, right? Meek, Kalaru, and Melvin. Okay, let's go, my boy Kalaru here. Let's see what he's got. And Kalaru, I think, is undefeated right now, isn't he? Let me check the standings. Yeah, he's got 4 lives left. So let's see if Kalaru can make it happen. Now, Kalaru is very well versed in the fox control. And again, it makes sense to bring foxes to this match. No owls, no defenses. Kind of leaves it wide open for the fox here. So let's see if he can get it done. Here we go. Raise your dongers in the chat for Kalaru. Let's see if he can defeat the beast. It's fine. In the bottom right, we've got Tatanka. And up top, Kalaru. Ooh, okay, Kalaru with the boar. Boar mole. Alright, let's go. Maybe he was thinking about some mole shenaniganery in the early game, but not going to commit to it. Very short rush distances here. Looks like a pretty easy 3 bases for both sides, and they're going to have to fight over these mills later on. Looks a bit advantageous for Kalaru to kind of get over here a bit easier. But Kalaru's got the boar, right? And that tells me that he's probably going to want to go for like a 1.5 base timing attack. And what you're trying to do there is basically go up to 12 farm while your opponent goes up to 16, and use that extra money to pay for the boar and kind of catch your opponent while they're not ready for it. Okay, here's some moles from Kalaru. Pretty delayed, but Tatanka should see... Oh my god. Okay, Tatanka sees it now. Oh! Oh! Okay. I'm surprised he got the full refund on that since he got a crit off. You would have thought he would have got something, but packs up and goes home. Yeah, somebody clip that and send it to Eel. I feel like Kalaru should have got some bucks out of that hit. Tatanka trying to expand again. Kalaru going right up on lizards for the moment, but the big thing I'm looking for is when does the boar come out? You can try to hide the boar back here, because the boar isn't really a late game unit. It's a big timing attack unit. Like, you're trying to hit the enemy with the boar, before, you know, while they still have a lot of tier 1, before they've really transitioned into a bunch of tier 2, before they've kind of got any of their own tier 3 out. Nice aggression here from Kalaru, getting a pretty cost-effective trade. Gonna try to jump onto a Warren to get some value out of this. Kalaru making it look easy here. Gonna escape with a couple lizards. And probably feeling pretty good right now. Looking for another attack. Really trying to abuse the map structure on the lizard. He's trying to bait Tatanka out, because he doesn't want to fight in the pig line, as we saw Satoros had that issue earlier. Yeah, see, that wasn't as good. He wants to try to bait the Tatanka's lizards to move around. Or if Tatanka's lizards aren't right in the right position, you come in, you snipe a pig, get out of here. But this is a little bit concerning. Okay, no, Kalaru's got enough reinforcing lizards here. So picked off a Warren, picked off a pig. These are the kind of plays that you need. That's the kind of thing that you need to do when you're being a bit cost ineffective by letting these pigs fire at your units. That time around, though, Kalaru a little bit too big for his britches. That attack was a disaster. And Tatanka's going to capitalize on it. He's moving in. He's going to for sure be able to kill this Warren. Tatanka desperately trying to build some more Bull Warrens up front to try to tank to give him some time to come back. Okay. Losing a Warren there. Keeps all the pigs alive. Gonna switch into Squizzard now. I think he just wants to have the squirrels for defense. Maybe he's gonna chill out for a minute. Yeah, that unfortunately, that last attack in from Kalaru really kind of shifted the momentum into Tatanka's hands. Is this the time where you try to sneak out a boar Warren? I don't know. No, I think he's just going to try to go for it. Tatanka is saturating up that second base. This is a nice little choke where squirrels can do quite nicely. But Kalaru doesn't have any way to see up here on the high ground unless he's actually up there. I don't think this attack is going to work. Leaving these units here. Okay, gonna try to do a flank. Oh man. Selling everything off. More squirrels. Boar Warren time? Boar Warren time? There it is. Okay, not too far out. I guess he doesn't want to make it too easy for the lizards to come in and get it or something. But if Tatanka legit doesn't scout this boar, I mean, that boar might win the game. Like, look at this choke right here. Look how much those units are clumping up. Tatanka moving in. And can Kalaru hold this? He did just sell off all those moles that he kind of needed. And yeah, that is going to be it. Kalaru with some good juking and jiving, making some nice plays early on, but overcommitted just one time. You can even see it on the army graph there, I believe. Or, yeah, I think that was it. And Tatanka taking him out from there. I still like the idea for the Boar Warren. You know, you got to try something. But Tatanka was not going to sit around and just let that happen. All right. Kalaru's not out, though, yet. He's got 3 attempts here. I think Kalaru did pretty good. I think he was close, man. Let's see how he can fare the next time around. In the bottom, the final boss, Tatanka. And his opponent up in the top right with some moles with a boar and a dream. We've got Kalaru. 4 farm here. Oh, no, he did queue that 5th. Okay. See if he plays sneaky again with some moles, or just going to try to go into 8 farms. Maybe just throw one over. That mill's kind of in the way, right? Like, I think you'd want the Bull Warren to be, like, right around here. So mirror so far. Nothing crazy, just going into 8 farm opening. Map does look better for Tatanka in the Supreme late game, but I think if you're Kalaru and this is a mid game, you're not complaining. You got nice 4 bases right here. Easy to defend. Ooh, some very aggressive squirrel positions here. I actually sold off a couple farms to do this, so he really needs to make something work. And again, I'm not sure I understand the squirrels over the lizards. Like, wouldn't you want these to be lizard warrens? Maybe somebody who's better than me in the chat can let me know what that thought process is. I guess you can maybe angle the squirrels a bit better. Yeah, not take as much pig fire. Yeah, see, like... Kalaru, gotta be careful of the commander, 3 HP. Would love to get another pig here. Does get it. But maybe a little too cost ineffective with the squirrels. Bad rally too. The commander did go down. You really can't lose your commanders in these kinds of situations. But Kalaru gonna pull back. And Kalaru still not going up to 8 farms. Really trying to get up to 9 squirrels again. Gonna build the moles, dude. Kalaru not wanting to take on Tatanka in a late game. Just wants to end the game down and dirty. Right here, right now. These extra moles gonna give him a few units advantage on the front. You can't. You gotta do it now, man. You're committed. Is he gonna wait for 4 moles? It looks like it. I wouldn't wait too much longer. 3 moles is probably good. Here we go. Gonna come in. Let's see if Kalaru can make it happen. Pig goes down. Maybe he's gonna get another pig. Gonna pull back. But still, keep in mind Kalaru's only on 6 farms. So he really needed to get 2 pigs there, I think. Let's throw down another Mole Warren. Really trying to push the issue here. But now Tatanka's got Squizzard up. He's got the pig advantage. This might just be a tap from Kalaru here. Tatanka's holding this just too efficiently. Yeah, and then Tatanka can just rally. Take out these Warrens, I think. And Kalaru gonna hold in for the time being. Really wants some extra farms, but also doesn't want to die. Oh, no, he's not. No, you're not, bro. Are you doing it? Oh, he wanted to, but now his wards are getting attacked. He was about to throw down that boar. That's funny. There's the tap, though. Nice try. Kalaru trying to sneak a quick one. Started off a little bit well, but was very committed. Was pretty behind, too, because... couldn't quite, like, on those attacks, he killed, like, a pig, you know, but he really needed to kill, like, 2 pigs to make it worth it. So, alright, so this is game 3. Kalaru's still got 2 lives left. Let's see what happens in the next one. I'd love to see him ditch the moles, but no, he's gonna keep it, man. Oh, but look at this map. Okay. Okay, Kalaru in the bottom. The beast in the right. This is such a short rush distance here. I mean, the territories are almost touching from the spawns. Economically, a little more favored for Tatanka, but I don't even know if I really want to wax poetically about the gristmill distribution chess game on this map, because I don't think this game is going to be very long. And as far as 2 bases go, you're fine on either side. So here we go, some moles coming in from Kalaru. See how quickly Tatanka finds those. There it is. He knows. Ooh, that mole might get out fast enough to kill that pig, but nah, not even gonna bother. That would have been very, very close timing. That might have been one of those situations where the mole starts hitting the pig and then it finishes. And then it's really bad. Yeah, pig will spawn, yeah. Here he comes, 6 farm. Double with some lizards here from Kalaru. Would love to see him just kind of queue up farms on the back of this, though, you know? Like, he's got the extra money at the moment. Just get that 7th farm building. No units yet for Tatanka. Oh, Kalaru wasn't rallying. Oh no, Kalaru messed up somehow. Did y'all see that? He was like rallying, but with the wrong units or something, and then his commander just died, and then his lizards ran into the pigs. Oof. Miss Micro, the rally unit. Yeah, he had like squirrels selected or something. And that was like confusing him or something, so he didn't pull his commander back. Oh man. That's like when you're trying to do like a kick flip in front of the cute girls at the beach on your skateboard, and then you just fall face forward onto the cement, you know? That's basically what just happened here. But not the end of the world. I mean, Tatanka does have a slight advantage out of this early game, and again, most of the time that's not the biggest deal, but against Tatanka, it could actually be the end of the world. You give this guy an inch and he'll take a mile with it. As you can see, he knows he's got a little bit of an advantage. He's going to come in here for the attack. One pig goes down already. Micro to Fox while having MG selected. Yeah, that's the tap. Kalaru trying to do a magic trick and all the cards fall out of his sleeves there. Okay. It happens. It happens to the best of us, you know. That's gotta stink, though, in such an important match, to lose it because of a control issue, not really a tactics or a strategy issue. Okay, wait. So we had 4 lives. 3 lives, 2 lives. 1 life, right? It's game 4? Yes, okay. Yes. Yeah, because it's either Kalaru loses here or he wins twice. So in the bottom left, let's see him do it 2 times in a row. I think he can. Kalaru. And in the top right, the one and the only Tatanka. Delthius is a cute girl in that metaphor. Actually, you're not wrong. I guess. I don't know. I think we're all the cute girl, right? Like, because that's the people you're trying to impress? I don't know. It's a weird metaphor, man. Don't read too deeply into the things I just make up on the fly. We're about at 2 hours, and that's when I start to like lose my mind of talking straight. I'm not one of those people that can talk all the time. I'm actually kind of an introvert. Like, I have that social battery that drains. So about after 2 hours, my battery's drained. And then I just get a little crazy. Alright, Kalaru with that quick expansion. Actually, 7 farm mill. That's kind of interesting. Really sticking to these moles. No, I believe Kalaru's going to win here, and he's going to win again. I wish... I don't get the moles, and I wish we would see the fox out of Kalaru, because Kalaru does have really good fox control. Like, he's one of the best at, like, the fox arty kind of style. Nothing crazy just yet. Tatanka actually 8-farm triple. This might, yeah, since Kalaru built that mill so early, a little bit worrisome, but Tatanka retreating for now. Doesn't want to get stuck with that extra pig fire. Ooh, Kalaru with a weird rally here, moving his lizards into a counterattack, but I don't think he has enough lizards here. Yeah, and Tatanka just going to start eating all the pigs so quickly. We're in a base race situation a little bit. Hang on, Kalaru! All of a sudden, Tatanka doesn't have any warrens. He needs to rally his lizards together a little bit better, though. Can't waste time attacking this mill. He needs to get some economic damage done. Tatanka has 3 warrens on the way, but doesn't have any warrens right now. Kalaru with no economy. You just got to keep going. This is where the moles come in. Come on, man. Go, go, go. Kill those lizards. Kill some pigs. Oh, man. I think Tatanka's might get enough up in time. And again, I think here, when you had some lizards attacking this, I guess Kalaru didn't like hold the rally button to group them all up. Like I think that really hurt Kalaru on this. And that is gonna be it. Oof. Close, man. Kalaru giving a good show here. But again, Tatanka, what are you gonna do? But we have Meek and Melvin coming up next. And if anybody can beat Tatanka, it's one of these guys. Both of them were championship finalists last season. Meek took the crown, if I recall correctly. So this is our champion right now, Meek. And let's see if Meek can do it. Oh, wait, you know what? No. I tease you guys. We're going to start with Melvin. We're going to build up to Meek. So we're going to have the runner-up, the second place of the championship. Oh, so gentleman said there's an easier way to look at lives left. Oh, you just hover over here. I see. Yeah, thank you. But Melvin's only got 1 life. So this is the runner-up of our last championship, our last try-hard 1v1 season-long tournament. It's like GSL style, like StarCraft. And it was Melvin Fro versus Meek. So we're gonna see if Melvin can beat the Beast. And then we'll go into the Meek as our last thing of the day. Here we go. All right. Spawning in the left with the Toads. We got Melvin up in the top right. Tatanka. Very short rush distance again. Toad Magode. Melvin Fro. Believing in the Toads. He's the only Toad believer, apparently. Or was this last patch? No, because I would have got a desync. Dude, what if Melvin Fro just annihilates Tatanka this game with the Toads? You'd love to see it. Okay, Tatanka again with a pretty similar deck to what he's been running. At least he's been doing a lot of the Squizzard with the Fox. I think we have seen him kind of change up to tier 2 a little bit. You know, some skunks every now and then. But most of these games have been so action-packed, like the tier 2 hasn't come into the equation a whole lot. Ooh, sneaky base from Melvin. Alright, hit him. Dude, Melvin's on 1 life, you know. He can't screw around, dude. He's got to make it work. He's got to win 2 times in a row without dying. Another base. Is he setting up for a base trade? What is he doing? Is Tatanka just going to punish him? I mean, Tatanka's got 4 tier 1 warrens already cooking up. Melvin just thrown down his second. I mean, Melvin's up to something, but I'm just worried Tatanka's going to just come over here and kill him. Okay, Tatanka is pushed back for now. Squirrels are good on the defense here. The Chad Toads are on their way. Let's see it. Sitting base downstairs for Melvin, not really doing much just yet. Oh yeah, Kerpa and Mocha talking about in the chat, the trying to take the mill right here was to make Tatanka less suspicious about a possible hidden base. Because Tatanka's like, oh, you're expanding, I'm going to threaten with my units. And Melvin's like, oh god, no, I got to sell this. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Tatanka building up to a lot of squirrels. Good scouting here, going to come in, going to see the tier 2 on the way. Does not know about the hidden base, though, which can really give you misinformation. I mean, well, duh, but the problem is you think your opponent's on 1 base economy when really they're on, like, 1.5 or 2. Got the Toads here. Let's see if Melvin can get some good connections. Taking some hits on that Warren. It is going to fall. All these squirrels here with the range. Melvin's gotta connect. He's losing 2 Warrens already. The toads do hit the lizards, but there's still so many squirrels here from Tatanka. Oh boy. The skunk's not quite out in time. And that is it, unfortunately. It looks like this is too much damage here. Melvin is not going to tap out. I mean, it's his 1 life. But, you know, that's it. I think he waited too long to engage. He was trying to buy time for his skunks to get out. But Tatanka smartly came in and scouted, saw the tier 2 was on the way. Was like, you know what? I've only committed to tier 1 right now. I've got the bigger army. I'm going to go poke my squirrels, and it worked. And here comes a follow-up, and this should be the knockout punch here. You know, when you have really... This is, again, what makes a top-tier player to be. Is seeing those little windows and being like, yep, I can attack right here, right now. If he didn't attack right then, all of a sudden, Melvin's got toads, Melvin's got skunks. He's got stuff that counters what you have, and then he pushes over and wins. And Melvin does have the secret base. I think if this is a ladder match, you've already GG'd, but again, this is Melvin's last life in the tournament, so he's hoping for a miracle here. Yeah, the front Warrens, I know. I know, P-Boop. It was rough, but in Melvin's defense, he didn't have a whole lot of room for Warrens. I guess he could have made some over there. Yeah, Tatanka still pushing in. And the chat points out as well, Tatanka should kind of realize there's more economy here, because there's no way Melvin would still be in this on just a couple pigs. But that is, yeah, now he knows for sure. So now the issue for Tatanka is run around the map, find that mill. And I mean, I hate to be that guy, but I think I will be. We'll hit that fast forward button a little bit here. Because we all know where this is going. GG, Tatanka. With another kill. He's got like a tattoo of a bunch of tally marks, and he just puts another one on there. Okay, last challenger. We've got, again, this is the hype match. This is why I saved it for last. We've got our current champion of Tooth and Tail, Meek. He's got 2 lives left. Can he defeat the beast? The best versus the beast. Yeah. I dig it. Alright. I believe in Meek. I want to see... Dude. Look at this. Look how fun this looks. If you're on Team Tatanka... I beg you to reconsider and give your energy to me. Because look how much fun we're going to have in this extra stage if we get there. Are you kidding me? Fox defense games with like ferrets and moles and stuff? Like, that would be so fun. It'd be so cool to watch. But, will we get there? Meek is our only chance to see some crazy Fox games. Let's see it. Let's get into it. Game number 1, 2 lives, right? Should be 2 lives. 2 lives. That's it. Scoreboard looks good. It's my birthday, okay? That's all I want for my birthday, man. I want to see some extra stage heirloom matches. So, let's see if we get there. Let's do it. Meek will crush. Says Witty Pun, I agree. Let's go. Let's do it. Oh no, don't. And then oh, Meek with the wolf. Alright, on the left. Our last hope. Oh, we got Little Tank on the right. He's getting cocky now. He's changing it up. He's ready to dunk. Wolf Snake. Yeah, Wolf does beat Fox in a lot of situations. Given those things, the movement speed buff. Yeah, a buffed up Snake will just demolish a Fox. We got a nice big map here. Oh, but it's so favored for Tatanka. Maybe Meek can get up here and try to do something. Well, this isn't like... This is a better looking third than you think it is, right? Because if you look at the ramping, it's just like right here. There's one ramp. So maybe Meek can take that as a third base. Got a lot of campfires around, which is probably just going to hinder any early game aggression. But yeah, unfortunately, I mean, for Meek, like, Tatanka's got easy 3 base right here. Well, actually, looking closer, it is kind of a pain in the ass for Tatanka to get up here. He's got to walk all the way around. So maybe this north area is a little bit more neutral than I thought it was at first. There's so many cabins here. Meek, what are you doing with all that money, buddy? You gonna take a hidden base? Alright. Ooh, being very greedy. I mean, Tonka only has 1 Warren. Yeah, and you gotta go through all these cabins. So actually this is really smart for Meek, and Tonka's doing the same thing. Little Tanka starting his rap career. Oh, it does see it. Oh, that's interesting. That's not a ramp, but it's like enough of a ramp to be able to see it. You could, I guess, come down this way. This map is really interesting. See, the cabin's there. Both players macroing up really hard. Barely any units on the board yet. Good scout in here from Meek. And yeah, let's see where it goes. Little Tanka with the fox. The quick fox. Alright. What are you thinking, Meek? Meek's already trying to brush up the 3-base economy, though. Meek has some snakes. He has some lizards. But I wonder if Meek is actually going to get the scout on that fox. He needs to let his commander heal up a bit and get in here. Oh, yeah, get in there. Yep, there it is. Beautiful. Okay, sees the fox. In a pretty timely manner. But this base is so naked down here, man. Tanka gets up like 6 lizards. That's all he's going to need. Or even just the fox. Wolf on the way from Meek in response to that fox. And 4 skunks as well coming out from Little Tanka. I do really like this army that Tatanka's putting together here. Yeah, try and get some snakes. You know, Snake Wolf is going to be really good against this, though. Against the skunks and the fox. And Meek is not going crazy on tier 1. I would like to see lizards instead of squirrels. Yeah, I think you just need a ton of snakes, right? This base's days are numbered, though. I'm surprised these cabins haven't been cleared out yet. I mean, neither player really wants to take out the cabins because it is kind of providing both of them with a natural defense, but I'd imagine Tatanka would, right? So he could bring the fox down here. Yeah, so he's going to get started on that now. Having these skunks tank, the closest unit actually takes the damage. So just trying to make sure it doesn't lose any squirrels there. Wolf is almost here. That fox can probably shoot from this high ground over and kill that pig. Yeah, I think he could. He just didn't quite position it right. Yeah, there it is. It's the other one, too, if it walks up, I think. Yeah, right there. I think that's in range. Wolf here, though. It's Tatanka on 24 farms. Oh, Meek not messing around, moving in with his wolf buff snakes here. Ooh, nice snake kill there for Tatanka. Tatanka with the farm lead at the moment. Meek's got to come back in, though. He needs to do a good job microing all these snakes to hit all the powerful units of the opponent. Kind of just back with his commander, really trying to keep his wolf alive at the moment. He's got some buffs on these snakes, but all that skunk gas, 1 HP on that one snake, needs to go take a bath with his units. Throw him in that water there. Let him heal up. I guess most of them are reptiles, get that extra HP regen anyways. Meek's got to get another base up and running. Ooh, I don't like where those units are with no commander. And getting up to these third base up top is rough. Man, I love these comps, but this map is very Tatanka favored. Like, just having 4 right there, easy peasy. Another big attack coming in from Meek, though. He knows he needs to get something done here. He knows it's going to be more difficult for him to gather economic structures than his opponent right now. Would love to get some tags on that Fox, but just can't quite get there. Oh, maybe he gets it right here. Oh, 2 tags of poison. Is that going to be enough? I think the Fox barely lives with 2 tags. Yeah. Nice try. But I think Tatanka is just going to out-macro, man. It's so hard for me to take a 4th base. Like, there's not even a path right here. He's got to walk all the way up here, and that's very easy for Tatanka to attack into. Like, his sneaky base got the job done. He never fully committed to it down there. But I think Meek had a really cool comp. But unfortunately, at this point, Tatanka's economy is just miles ahead. And can just zug right through this. Meek had a chance to deal with the economic deficit, but I think he had to have gotten something done in those previous attacks, right? Those first 2, like he needed some action done. He needed to kill the Fox. He needed to kill this base. He needed to do something. And Tatanka just wrecking him there. That's gonna be GG. Meek should be tapping out soon. There it is. 1 more life. It can still happen. It can still happen. That map was very Tatanka favorite. And normally I don't cry about that kind of stuff because it's normally not as bad as people make it out to be. Thanks for the sub. You did it, man. Appreciate it, dude. But in that situation, the map really was quite hard for Meek. You think it was slightly Tatanka favored, Jet? Come on, man. He did play really well. I don't think that map was slightly favored. Let's see. Let's look at it. Okay, because in a macro game, right? Like, look, Tatanka gets four bases right there, with 1 entrance. Meek gets 2 bases, and that's it. And then he has a 3rd base that's very vulnerable. That he had to take a big risk to even get. I mean, it wasn't, though. Like, Tatanka didn't capitalize on it, but I feel like Tatanka could have very easily just sent some lizards down here and dealt with it. And then, yeah, these bases basically were just impossible to take. But no, I agree. Like, I'm not saying Tatanka didn't only won that game because the map was favored for him, but in a long drawn-out macro game like that, I think it was very rough. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's see if Meek can do it. 2 wins in a row here against the Beast. Yeah, I mean, that's true. You are, but that's why I'm saying you only send like 6 lizards down there, you know? That way, you're not really out of position. On the left, we've got Meek with the boar and the fox, and over on the right, little Tatanka. So Meek did really good with this snake boar style in the championship finals. So let's see if he can make something happen here. So what is he really... Okay, so he's really just sacrificing the squirrels to make something happen. This map looks fine. If anything, this map's a little bit Meek favored. But not a ton. You know, Tatanka can take these 4 bases pretty easily. This might be a pretty big point of contention here. But yeah, I like this better for Meek. He can go take some bases here. He can take some bases up there. And taking this base here might actually just block this base from Tonka, which would be really nice for Meek. Okay. Let's see how this game powers up. 8 farm openings from both sides. This could be the last match of the day. And And we'll see. We'll see where it goes. 9 lizards on the way for Meek. Same, pretty similar stuff over on Tatanka's side. 8 farms into a bunch of tier 1. Actually, quad tier 1 here for Meek. Tatanka wants to get something done with the lizard, but gonna go home for now. So, pretty powerful lizard hit squad on the way here for Meek. Let's see if he wants to really attack or just kind of have some units up, take a mill. Probably going to clear out some of these campfires, try not to lose any units in the process. There we go. So he can come in from this way, and he can come in from this way, which is kind of nice. Tatanka on the move with his own lizards, though. This could be a good opportunity for Meek to catch him, and he just might. His commander goes down, but the lizards are rallied. And this is going to be a good engagement for Meek, even without... Oh, it's a shame he pulled back. But I understand why he did, because he couldn't see what was going on there. But I even think without micro, Meek would have done quite nicely there. That would have been a really good catch, because I think maybe all of Tatanka lizards died, because the lizards come around this way, and then Meeks were coming this way, so they were cutting them off. And the squirrels were on the way, but they weren't going to be there in time. But again... You know, Meek being better safe than sorry, he doesn't get to see any of that since his commander died. It is boar time, indeed. Let's see how long until Tatanka finds it. Now, Meek needs to be a little careful. This lizard squad isn't as threatening anymore. Tatanka's got quite a bit of units of his own here. And maybe looking to apply some pressure. Tatanka feeling cocky. And rightly so. I mean, there is a tier 3 on the way. Meek needs to hold off. Try to take this fight as best he can. The squirrel's doing a good job of attacking the Warrens. Meek is just going to go for the counterattack, which makes sense to try to buy some time. But Meek also can't just throw all these units away. He needs to trade at least somewhat decently. Manages to take the trade against only the lizards here. And does buy some time. But is it enough? Well, it might be. The boar is cooking pretty quick. 10 seconds or so, and it's out. Yeah, the squirrels are quite nice in these kind of situations. Just poke down the Warrens from a safe distance. Tatanka's just going for the hard click on the mill. There is an extra mill over the side, and Meek is going to clean it all up and save the mill. Now Meek has the boar. Meek is going to march across the map. Oh my god, don't even waste time with these. He needs to be careful, though. Tatanka knows. Tatanka knows he can't fight this army. He's going to try to base trade. And Meek knows that he's in a good spot. He doesn't want to lose his main. We might see a Meek victory here. It's looking very good unless Tatanka can do something crazy. Is Tatanka aware of the other mill? He's not. That's why he's continuing to commit so hard on this. He thinks he wins the game if he gets that extra little bit of damage done. Meek is marching through. There is nothing Tatanka can do about this. Tatanka desperately trying to get up a hit squad to go deal with these mills on the map. But here comes Meek, the flamethrower, the boar, ready to rock and roll. Coming in for the win. But he hasn't won just yet. Tatanka does have 12 lizards free out on the map, trying to desperately build more mills. But if Meek can get over here and kill this mill right here, right now, don't waste time with the Warrens. Just get there and kill this mill before this one builds for Tatanka, and that is going to be it. Meek taking a game off Tatanka, going to the decider match here. But that was closer than it looked at the end there, though. Tatanka was really playing smart, really trying to figure out a way to wiggle out enough units to go take down some mills. But here we go. Remember, that's not it. It's hard enough that you gotta kill Tatanka once, but you gotta beat him twice. You gotta beat him twice here. One life. This is it. Whoever wins this. Let's get into it. One chance to beat the beast. Here it is. You could use flying units this time. You can use defenses this time. And Meek is going to take advantage of that. Spawning on the right. Our last chance to see some of the really cool extra stage matches with Airlu. We've got Meek and his opponent on the left-hand side. The Beast, arguably one of the best players, if not the best player of Tooth and Tail right now, Tatanka. Tatanka with a very similar deck, just surprisingly dropping the lizards for pigeons. Okay, pigeons do quite nicely with the skunks and the snakes for prolonged attacks on the front. And Meek is just going for that owl, which, you know, owl turret here is going to do very good against Fox. Both players actually dropping the lizards. Oh, Swifty in chat. What's up, dude? You came in on a hell of a game here. No, oh no, I'm sorry. Pigeon is a must pick. Yeah. So both players had to take Snake and Pigeon. Yeah, I like the just looking at the comps. I like this for Meek a lot, especially with the layout of these mills. This is pretty balanced. You know, we could really split hairs on this map if we wanted to, but I would say mill-wise, it looks fine for either side. Which is exactly what we need in these hype matches. Okay, so Tatanka pushing out a little bit, just continuing to scout. These Warrens for Meek are actually placed quite aggressively here. But I think Meek just kind of knows he's going to build into this 3-base environment here. Maybe start putting an MG or two up here on the high ground. Now, snakes nowadays are really good at doing their ferret impressions. Snakes are great against defense as long as you have the micro to do it correctly. So Tatanka does have that to deal with the turrets. But overall, I feel like the turrets are a very smart pick from Meek here. Not a lot in Tatanka's deck is actually good against them. Really just the snake. Ooh, and look at this. Meek might be actually setting up for something a little crazy with the turrets here. Taking this very forward gristmill. Gonna try to really split the map advantageously. Maybe start throwing down some turrets. Try to contain the opponent. Try to make it difficult to expand. Okay, first turret is down. More turrets are starting to pile in. Here comes the contain. All right, Meek. All right, Tatanka knows he needs to stop this before it can get its roots in the ground here. One turret does come up, and it's going to force Tatanka back. Meek needs to be careful, though. He doesn't want to get baited. He really wants to kill that skunk. He gets the skunk. He needs to go back. He doesn't want to lose his commander. 2 HP on the commander. Get that commander back. Meek, you're going to give me an ulcer. All right, he needs to get back to the safety of his turrets here. This is rough for Tatanka. He needs those snakes. There's the first snake, but again, the snakes aren't incredible. You know, if the squirrels are in positions, they can stop the snake from getting it. I mean, as you can see, the snake almost died trying to kill that turret. So, the snakes can only really take down the turrets if you're not in position with your squirrels. Let's see it. Tatanka trying to push up again. Meek really needs to be careful with his commander HP. Especially when you get poisoned in the early game here. When your commander doesn't have a ton of HP. That poison can really knock you down. So one turret will eventually fall. But keep in mind, behind this, Meek has 3 farms up and running. He's still got 2 turrets here. He's got enough money for some more if he wants. There's his own snakes. I was going to say, I'm a little bit worried that his army is still a little bit barbarianous. You know, only tier 1. Only a couple turrets. And this is really good against snakes, when you make the turrets very close to each other like that. Because the snake is going to look for an angle where... Ooh, nice flank from Tatanka here. Going to try to find another spot. But yeah, the snake wants to find an angle where it can poison the turrets while it's only getting hit by like 1. Okay, second base is not getting slouched on by Tatanka, trying to keep up in that regard, but Meek really on top of the economy here. I think Meek's own snakes are going to be quite nice. Tatanka already in pigeon production, though. And Tatanka did get a good scout, realizes what the economic situation is. I'm a little bit worried that Meek built his Warrens up here, because that makes this a lot more of an all-in position. You know, because at some point, Meek could be like, all right, let's pack it up and get out of here. But I guess since he is saturating this base, this is really all in. Like, if Tatanka gets out of this, then he kills this base, and that's game, right? So, I guess I get it. Okay, Tatanka gonna push up again with these snakes, trying to get some poison on these turrets. Ooh, gets the snake that time, though. And big engagement coming in. Meek needs to target down the tier 2 with the snakes, and does a decent job of it, but the pigeons here really helping out. Good engagement there for Meek, I would say. Being on the better economy, you like those kinds of trades. This is hype. This is looking good for Meek. But Tatanka can't count him out yet. And keep in mind, this is a proper contain. Like, Tatanka could try to sneak around this way, but this is all blocked off. This is all nothing. This is like a cabin. Alright, it's all about the snake micro right now. Need to target down these skunks and snakes with your own snakes. One snake falls from Meek. Both snakes go down. Only a skunk remaining here for Tatanka. Another one just spawns. Meek is deep away from his turrets. Going to back out. Keep alive the squirrels that he can. That engagement went very nicely for Meek. Good job with the target fire on the snakes. Main bases are fully farmed out now. Tatanka a bit behind on economy, but keep in mind he does have that cabin as well. Fox on the way for Tatanka. A desperation move here. Trying to get some value out of that. The big story here about this contain, though, is it's locking Tatanka out of a proper third base. So all Meek's got to do is just hold on. Hold the fort, you know? And eventually Tatanka's gonna get mined out. This is looking great for Meek here. Yeah, gentleman points out in the chat, Tatanka actually dropping out of tier 1 completely. So just relying on the snakes here to kill those turrets. The Fox does seem a little bit weird against turrets, but you can just juke the Fox out of the turrets, start wrecking havoc on the other side of the map. And the Fox is a nice comeback unit. Can really get a lot of value. If I'm Meek, though, well, Meek doesn't know about the Fox. But, you know, even just a single turret here might deny the Fox from being able to sneak out. But I think that's the plan. Tatanka wants to sneak the Fox out, get stuff done. But really, I mean, you'd have to kill, like, 4 or 5 pigs with your Fox to make it worth it. Because basically, if you do that play, your Fox is not coming home. That Fox is on a suicide mission. Alternatively, he can just chill and pick off squirrels and stuff as he can. But I'd imagine he might try to duck the Fox through the turrets on the side. Nope. Just going to use the Fox to try to pick things off. Try to get value where he can. Yeah, this turret up here is great. Gonna be able to kill a pig before he goes up, though. And Meek's gonna engage again. Pull back to his turrets. Owl on the way for Meek. 3 base economy for Meek. And this is the point. This is the point in the match that Meek's been waiting for. He's just got to buy some time. A few more minutes. And Tatanka is bone dry on income. Here's a big fight. And that's a dead Fox. Oh, the healing. It's so close. 1 HP. Oh, I got those pigeons. My pigeons are always idiots. Like, my Fox will be dying like that, and then my pigeons will heal up like my skunk or something. 1 HP on the Fox. So it's staying alive for now. Thanks for the follow, whoever that was. My bot situation is atrocious. I don't even know why I get that alert sound. Okay, another engagement coming in. Good snake tags on everything here. Knocking out most of the units at 1. No, it is going to die to the poison there. But come on, man. This looks like a Meek victory. This is what we want. Tatanka's been winning all day, man. We want to see somebody get to the next match. If Tatanka wins right here, the show's over. Okay? If Meek wins, we get more Tooth and Tail to watch. Put it that way. Owl's almost here. Man, I love that Meek is winning this game off a turret contain. Like, that is so cool. And now that the Owl is here, this is the last of the army for Tatanka. He's making his last stand, but I think Meek's got it. It looks like Meek should have enough here to clean this all up. He's going to get some poison on the rest of these tier 2. The Fox will live, but that is about it. Tatanka down. The rest of his farms are going to mine out here. And Meek coming in, looking to seal the deal. Now no longer timid, no longer forced to stay behind his turrets. Starting to move in and get some damage on, and just pulling back. The patience out of Meek is very impressive here. He's like, you know what, I got the damage done. No reason to overextend and give Tatanka any kind of shot in this game. He's only on a couple farms now, just gotta chill for a minute. Let my mice come back, let my units heal up a little. And then rinse and repeat one more time for the win. This should be it here. Again, Meek being careful, he does have a very low snake there. I love the patience out of Meek. There's no reason to be in a hurry. The clock is ticking for Tatanka, not for Meek in this game, and it has been all game long. This should be it though. Gonna overwhelm the army here, and Tatanka will have to tap. Still got the Fox though. You never. I've been there before, where you still got the Fox, so you got that part in your brain that's like, we can make it happen. It's me and you, Fox. We're gonna take over the world. Look at that value. Look at that esports shot. Alright, here we go. This one should be the killing blow. No amount of Fox Micro is gonna save you anymore, Tatanka. GG. We are gonna get to see an heirloom match. Just kill the owl, though. Nice little, giving the opponent a little black eye before you get eliminated. But there's the poison, and we did it, boys! The beast goes down. The beast has been slain, yes. Meek takes it through. So we're going to get a little bit more Tooth and Tail here today. My birthday wish is complete. We get to see some of the fun match in the extra stage. So the extra stage here, let me bring it up. Stages. Okay, so for one, Meek is on 2 lives. So we can fix that. And he's got to win 3 times. Dude, gentlemen, you are such a crazy man. Right, he's got to win 3 times against Araloo. Set up my scoreboard again. Thanks everyone for tuning in as usual. If you're not aware, definitely check out the Twitch channel Tander Draco, another great caster in the scene who's producing a lot of content. The Tooth and Tail Duel Championship, 2v2 Championship is underway. You can find that info over on Tander's page. What else we got going on? Heartseed's been doing monthly 2v2 tournaments. We just had one of those yesterday. If you're hungry for some more action after we wrap up here, you can find that in my VODs. Okay, so we got all that set up. Browser. Okay, so extra stage. Challenger, back to 2 lives. Got to beat Araloo 3 times. We're going to get more units every time we play. We're going to start with 3, 4, 5, and 6. Maps are also going to get bigger. Normal, large, extra large, and then 404, one of the custom maps I believe Best Sakia made. So, but look at this. Okay, Turret, Fox, Artie, game 1. Game 2, Mole, Ferret, Fox, Mine. Game 3, Lizard, Mole, Fox, Wire, Mine. And game 4, if we get there, free selection of 3 defenses and 3 non-defenses. So that's the madness we are getting into here. And everything looks good. And let's get into it. Extra stage. Meek versus Araloo. This is going to be fun. Spawning in the bottom, we've got Araloo and his opponent to the top left, Meek. Alright, if there was ever a time for a 4-farm Fox, I'm just saying, it's here. And I like how both players actually have this little sneaky high ground that's just enough tiles to fit a tier 3 Warren. Like, that's pretty cool. Well, what are we thinking most likely? Proxy rushes here? Yeah, let's get this one rolling. Sorry, I'm having a lot of fun, but when I stream for too long, I only have so much energy, social energy, so at this point in the streaming, my brain's a little mush. But let's see. Okay, Beak taking that proxy base here. Maybe gonna try to throw down some turrets to eventually get into an artillery cannon. 8 farms for Airlu though. And Airlu's just gonna pretty easily counter that with a MG. No Fox just yet from either side. What's up, Justin? Okay. Poor Airlu, he's been sleeping this whole event. I didn't even think about that. It's like, yeah, I'll be a boss in your event, Gent. And then he plays like a few matches and that's it. Alright, so Airlu just looking for big money. Big money hustler. Meanwhile, Meek gets the Fox Warren going. Big scout here for Airlu. Needs to see that Fox Warren. Gonna check up on that spot. Looky there. Found you. Nicely done. This could be advantageous for Airlu, though, as long as he doesn't wait too long to get his own Fox. I mean, yeah, you just tighten this up with the turret. You don't even need the turrets yet. I don't think it's correct to build the turrets yet. They build very, very quickly, so you can wait till the last minute. Get some other things up and running first. Get a little bit of a turret war going here. Ooh, those are actually not in position of that mill, but Meek sells it anyways. Okay. Ooh. These are gonna get up in time. Oh, this is really smart for Meek, though. Oh, he needs to kill these turrets. Because he's trying to pave a way for his Fox. Like, he doesn't really care about this gristmill. Oh my god, is he gonna get the arty there? That's a little cocky. Yeah, he messed up. Those should have been turrets, man. Now you just goofed the whole thing up. Oh, but he can build an arty there. Alright, this is silly. Oh, no, it's in range. Okay, you got a little bit of a refund. 120 bucks back. You gotta think of what you're gonna do before that mill goes down. Decides to just can the whole thing. Yeah, Airlu's up in here nice and tight. He's on 2 bases. Oh, no, this is looking better for Airlu, I think. Like, yeah, Meek has a Fox, but it can't do anything. There are way too many turrets here. Meek needs his own arty up here on the high ground, I think, to counter that low ground arty. Oh, this poor Fox. I feel you, man. Why can't the Fox just shoot the, you know, snakes can poison buildings. Because that makes sense. But foxes can't just shoot their rifle at a building? Come on. Okay. Meek did get a cheeky turret up, though. He's going to be able to do something. Ah, Airlu caught the arty. I think it was worth a try. This looks like a game for Airlu, though. I mean, Airlu really kind of out-chests, yeah, with some of the turrets. I think Meek could have made something happen there, but he goofed on the second base by trying to build that arty. It was too cocky. If he would have immediately built the MGs, he had that tempo. He was building the MGs before Airlu did on that second base right there. And that could have paved a way for his Fox to get in. But since Meek went for a Fox rather than trying to macro up. Okay, this time around, we get an extra unit. Mole. We get Mole, Ferret, Fox, Mine. Okay, so let's see if Meek can figure out this crazy game. Alright, in the bottom left, we do have Meek. And in the right, Airlu. The map quite large here. Okay, so not really defenses this time around, just more like mines. And I do like the way these units are put together. Because you can try to use your ferrets to like bait people to chase you into mines. You can use mines where you think foxes are going to come. And Meek doing a mole rush. Ooh, nice fake out with the burrow home. Did Airlu fall for it? No, he's going to check again. Okay. Meek. I was about to do it again. And then you have the moles here, which are going to want to use the mine sweep. Going to use to try to get the action done on the map. But this might actually end up being a proper Fox vs. Fox game, I think. Like Fox and Mines, I guess. Meek still being a bit of a bastard over here, but Araloo catching it. Yeah, moles too, yeah. Like, if you underestimate the moles, you don't need that many. Like, 6 to 8 moles could come into a fully saturated base and knock it out with micro. Ferret's on the way for Araloo. Got some mines here as well. And we've got Ferrets on the way from Meek. Grabbing expansion. Ooh, okay. Araloo's trying something a little crazy. Just adding some moles over here. Oh, okay. A couple of hidden moles. I wonder if he's not even going to rally those. Like, if he's going to wait. I do agree with Tosh in the chat saying, though, that like Meek is much better at weird games than Araloo. Like, Araloo is one of those just super standard strong players, you know, tournament champion kind of guy. And but Meek is one of those crazy kind of players. Like, Meek can play that straight up game too, but a lot of times Meek is gonna win because he's doing something odd that you're not expecting. Where Araloo is more like, okay, this is the best set of units in the current meta. This is what I'm going to use. Here comes that mole attack from Araloo. Get a lot of work done, actually, coming in from 2 angles. 3 pigs, maybe. 2 pigs for sure. 2 pigs. Lots of moles to do that. Oh, but at the same time, the ferrets are moving in. Nice sell by Meek. Just barely got there. Oh, that one ferret. Oh, he wants it so bad. Alright, Meek's got a lot to do in a little bit of time. He needs to find these mole warrens, take him out. He's got his fox on the way. And the fox is just going to be king this game if he can actually get him up. Fox on the way for Araloo as well. That was a fun attack, though, by Araloo. It could have been a lot worse for Meek if he didn't get over here and sell these farms so quickly. Oh, Araloo actually did lose a ferret. I did not see that. Maybe it died to a mine or something? Okay, more moles on the way over here. Second base economy is getting going. Both players on the red on their foxes. Very similar at this moment. These moles were packed up by Araloo or scouted by Meek. I'm not quite sure which happened. Some cool little mine placement here by Meek. This is going to be fun because it's going to come down to which fox steps on a mine, right? So I feel like, you know, foxes are going to shoot each other, disengage. You're not really going to get hit by ferrets or moles with your fox. I mean, you shouldn't. Ooh, nice Araloo. The ferrets just laugh after that. I don't think I've ever heard that before. Okay, Meek's got his army together. 2 foxes from Araloo. That's definitely a risky play. The idea there is now you one-shot the enemy fox. Okay, Meek's gotta be careful. Let the moles go first. They're the ones that you gladly sacrifice. There you go. Moving in. I don't think Araloo's got enough. This is so many units. Araloo trying to invest in the double fox. Look at this. These mines are gonna obliterate. Meek is gonna stomp on through this. There are not enough mines here. Not even the first fox is on the way for Araloo. Yeah, and that is game. Meek is gonna take it. Araloo does have another base down here, but taps out. Okay. But keep in mind, Meek needs to win 2 more times. Okay, so we're on game 3 of extra. I passed it. Alright, what do we got this time? Game 3, you're going to have Lizard Mole, fox, wire, and mine on an extra large map. Let's see it. Let's see if Meek can take it all the way and make it through. The only player to make it all the way through the Summer Open. Let's see if it can happen. Meek in the bottom left. This map is so crazy big. And his opponent on the right-hand side, Airlu. I don't think we normally play with extra large maps, unless it's like a 2v2 or something. I mean, look how big this map is. A lot of it is just forest. A lot of it's just empty. There's like not even that many mills. Is this gonna be another of those situations where it's like the pizza on the table with all the healthy food? With the lizards? I think that might happen. Like, what if both sides just spam lizards? 4 farm double coming out from Meek. Does he already know where Airlu is? Yeah, he does. Airlu hasn't scouted Meek though, and he didn't build a safety warren. He needs a safety warren. But I can understand why he doesn't. Because the map is so big. Meanwhile, Meek is nipping at his heels, man. He's going to wait for another round, probably queue up a farm. Because I think you have enough money to do that. Yeah, you should queue a farm. He can actually build 2. He can queue one and build one and leave. That's the move. No, Meek, spend your money before going out. Alright, he's going to go. Maybe he's going to hold it for some moles. He's got to be holding it for moles. Oh, that was a nice mine hit. Gonna kill 1 pig. Gonna kill 2. Gonna kill 3. Gets 3 pigs. Alright, that was good. But think about it. Like, Meek could have had 2 more farms right now. If he would have just paid for 1 and queued 1. But I digress. Meek even sells off a lizard warren there. So gets some decent damage in the early game, right? Kills 3 pigs. Forces out some mines. Kills a couple units. But his pigs were also very delayed. And you don't want all these mines in the early game because every little piece of food is so precious at this moment. So having just 40 bucks, you know, sitting in mines that aren't doing anything right now for Airlu could be pretty bad. That's, you know, he could have built that mill a few seconds earlier, stuff like that. Mole's coming in now for Meek. Is he going to wait for 6? Nope, he's just going to come up with 1. Oh, he can get this corner pig. I don't think he realizes, though. Get the corner pig. Okay, you do get the sell on it. It wasn't too good. I think Meek needed to come in faster. Maybe he knew about that mine right there, though. Second base is established for Airlu. Building up on lizards. Yeah, that mine was really good. But again, I can't say I'm a fan of these little scout mines out and around on the map this early on. I think I'd rather just have that extra food to get out stuff faster. 12 lizards on the way for Meek, grabbing this expansion over here. I like that, save this one for later. Does Meek even know? Okay, Meek doesn't actually know about that 9 o'clock base. Got a little scout on, placing some mines. Airlu, meanwhile, got some wire up here, feeling a bit safe. Yeah, just selling down a little on it. Don't need too much. Really macroing up is Airlu. Oh, but Meek, here he comes. Oh, Airlu's just moved all his units up front. This choke actually might be pretty good for the moles. Meek's gonna go for it. Coming in, doing a ton of damage. Meek is gonna completely destroy this base. All these defenses that Airlu's been investing in, all the mines, all the wire, not doing anything for him. I'm really surprised Airlu just got wrecked so hard right there by Meek. But yeah, I mean, 12 lizards. I guess just a few. Oh my god, this is gonna be it! Meek is gonna kill Airlu, bring us to the final map of the event possible. Airlu taps out. How hype. Yeah, Airlu invested into a lot of defense that just wasn't in the right position. Meek found the way to wiggle through it all. And then also Airlu was trying to expand while Meek was just building units. The sweep, let's see it. Oh, I'm so hyped if Meek wins this game. Somebody actually made it through Gentleman's crazy difficult tournament. Here it is. And, okay, so this is free selection. 3 defenses, 3 non-defenses on Highway Forward 4. I should have that mod installed or that map downloaded, so Should be okay. So this is the closest to like a regular game of Tooth and Tail we're gonna get. You just have to have 3 defenses, which is a little weird. I mean, sometimes players will take like 1 defense, maybe 2 if you're being crazy. So gotta be 3 defenses, 3 of any other units. Let's see it. Highway 404, custom map, made, I believe, by Best Sakua NA. Hopefully the game will load up and I don't have to do anything to deal with the map. Oh, I might have to. Okay, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and look at my Steam Workshop. I thought I had all that established. No! How anticlimactic. I know I have 404 installed. I've played on it several times. Let me see. Error 404. Okay, hang on. So if I go to... I don't mess around with custom maps too much, but I've done it for tournaments a few times. I gotta go to mod community, right? Do I just go to the store page? Is that the easiest way to get there? Well, this isn't gonna... Community hub, probably. Alright, I guess I can kill this with fire. Alright, let me put on the technical difficulties screen here. Yeah, go to the workshop. Yeah, I'm working on it. Okay, workshop. And then Highway 404. Okay. Oh, there's Stormy, Summer, and version 2. And I'm subscribed to version 2. And I'm not subscribed to the other ones. So maybe that's the issue. Yeah, it's version 2. Yeah, I was already subscribed to it. Yeah. Yeah, I subscribed to everything. Maybe they did a different map. Let's boot it back up. I think I can get into the XML file of the game and see for sure what map it was. Okay, let's try again. The last episode, the last stage. One shot. Meek. On the custom map. That's gonna work this time. Let's see it. Here we go. Yeah, okay, so it was a different version. It's not version 2. So on the right, we've got Araloo. And on the left, we've got Meek. Yeah, this is... I don't know, it doesn't matter. It's one of the... There's 3 Highway 404s. And it is one of the other 2. Alright, so let's see. Okay, both players went for Turret Balloon Artie. Ooh, but Meek has a Snake Owl, which is gonna scale better in the late game, right? Than Skunk will. So I like Meek's deck better if we get there. Yeah, this deck for Meek does look very strong, I agree. Because if you only have 3 units, going Lizard, Snake, Owl. I mean, Snake Owl is like the supreme late game comp. Araloo macroing up, 8 farms on both sides. And Highway 404 is a really fun one to have these defensive restrictions on, because this middle ground here is just asking, you know, for you to throw a balloon up there or something. How does Araloo win this? By not letting the game go too long, I guess. I mean, I feel like Meek's kind of outfoxed Araloo on these choices. The lizards typically beat the squirrels. You know, the snake will do just fine against the skunks. The lizards are pretty good against skunks too, as long as they don't have crazy numbers. I mean, maybe if Araloo can really get some good defensive positions, maybe if Araloo's like the one that gets the artillery cannon up here on the high ground first or something like that, he can win. But I think if we get into a long drawn out game where we're on 3 bases and that kind of stuff, I think Meek has us in the bag with the owl pick here. Alright, Meek already looking for some blood. 10 lizards running across the map, gonna make quick work of a single turret. Should be able to pick up a pig or two before having to get out of here. Nicely done by Meek. Oh man, this is hype. This is already advantageous for Meek. Oh, okay, force the sell. Nice sell there by Heirloom. I just think it would be really cool if Meek wins, because it's like somebody actually made it all the way through. Gentleman's crazy tournament. Or can Heirloom hold the fort down and say, I don't think so? Nobody is good enough to beat a gentleman tournament. Okay, Heirloom doubling up on defenses there. Heirloom really just wanting to macro up. Hoping to just out-money the opponent. Now, these are blind decks, like normal, so they don't know what's in each other's comp this time around. And Meek already going for that owl. Not even really trying to hide it too much. Heirloom should see that on the scout end. Nope, just was coming in to check on the second base. Right when Heirloom leaves, though, the second base gets taken for Meek. Even grabbing more bases. I think Meek is just getting ready for a base trade here. Ooh, I thought he was going to dive in, but decides not to yet. Just poking and prodding. Trying to find the right angle here. Oh, Heirloom should see this. I still think a pig dies, though, before Meek has to go back. Yep. And Heirloom wanting to step out on the map, but, you know, just with pure squirrel, gonna get that turret up, which will be nice. Do have a snake here to try to run around and tag all the different squirrels with, if Meek chooses to, but no, just gonna micro mostly with the lizards there. And yeah, the lizards make quick work of these squirrels. This is just continuing to look better and better for Meek here. The owl is almost out. Double snakes are here. Meek does have some mills, but not even worried about trying to macro up yet. As I say that, of course, throws down a farm. And here's the owl. Heirloom never scouted it. And once he sees this owl, is not going to be happy. Sees the owl, just like, really, dude? He's going to stand his ground. Owl takes some hits, but still here. Meek should be cleaning this up. Oh my god, he actually loses the owl. That is huge for Heirloom. Meek being a little too greedy. So what Meek was trying to do there is let the owl tank some damage, but you gotta pull it back so it doesn't actually die. And Meek just got a little too greedy with his owl tanking. And ended up losing it. So that's really good for Heirloom in this match. Also, one of those pigs knocked out was a starting pig. Okay. Poking down this mill. If this mill goes down, that's game. And it'll go down very quickly to snake poke. Here we go. Meek trying to bait out these squirrels to get away from the pigs a little bit. But Heirloom holds on here. He's got a lot of squirrels at the moment. Meek had to sell off the owl. Heirloom's going to try to win this game with just pure squirrel. Oh, Meek trying to be sneaky. Trying to get value out of these snakes, but Heirloom, if he moves out right now, all of a sudden Heirloom has a massive army. These snakes from Meek are not in position to help out. These snakes aren't even the best unit against squirrels anyways. And Heirloom is being very patient, trying to rally up his massive amount of squirrels. But it looks like Meek is going for the base race. He's already set himself up. He's got 3 mills here. He's got the poison on the one base. He's going over to poison the other one. Meek is going to take this out from an outmaneuver play. How many stacks of poison is it you need to actually get to kill? 11 seems like enough. GG, Meek. Able to, with the runaround, with the snakes, take out Heirloom and make it all the way through the Summer Open. Congratulations to Meek for that. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be it. I had a great time streaming today. A lot of fun matches. And yeah, that is it for me, man. I am going to go relax, and I will see you all next time. I don't have any streams planned at the moment. Like, I was kind of covering this event and it's ending. We'll figure it out. I'm sure I'll be back and if nothing comes up the next week or two, I'll hop on and do some ranked or scrounge up some replays or something. We'll figure it out. TNT Talks. Oh, man. That sounds... Are you going live right now? We'll go live so I can host you. Oh, dude, I'm so talked out, dude. Like, that I do appreciate the invite, but I am, 3 hours of talking nonstop. I am done talking for the day. Let's go raid Tander Draco, guys. And check out TNT Talks. And they'll probably cover this event and what is coming up over there. So you're all a bunch of beautiful nerds. Take it easy. I'll be back when I'm back. Maybe a week or two. We'll see. And then yeah. Bam. We got the raid going. The second he goes live, we're hitting him with a raid. Cool. Take it easy, everybody.